the Hobo encampment there.
Oh, yeah. Right on the right before 7-Eleven.
Yeah. There's all those, like, the tents and stuff. Not to be whatever. It kind of would be fun for, like, a night to hang out in not that establishment, but your own tenting establishment outside.
Do you think they have,
We should go camping, is what I'm saying.
Maybe. He's like the tenant owner thing, and he has, like, slots for each tent.
How funny would it be? It's a trailer
park,
park,
so you
but
roll
it's
up
tents.
there. He's like, oh, yeah, we got a couple spaces in the back.
Yeah. We just put them in.
Yeah, what's good?
Last week,
Yeah,
good tents, got them.
a group hole.
Yeah. How long you need to be here? All right, well, here's the rate.
Yep.
3 crackers. If I want to see something... What, are you all right?
Yeah, no.
Okay, I thought you were...
Like,
okay. What do you mean?
irritated.
You don't want to see something
You're
that keeps
moving
me
into
interested,
her.
right?
This movie moved her to tears.
In like all the worst ways.
This hurts my soul. She starts crying. The tool bag son, and he's like, I'm going to clean your blood with my blood. Or whatever he says.
I remember, like...
What did you say? Like, wait, what?
4 times today
4 times.
already since I watched the movie, Carrick has said to me, you know how I know you're wet? Because my dick is thirsty.
See, this movie...
4
This
times.
movie has left
And I
a lasting
said-
impression.
And I said,
What's
I
better than
need
that?
you to... My
See-
stomach hurt.
I was eating fucking pho like,
Oh, yeah, I was eating chips and salsa.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Look at that fucking guy. He just came out of that dude and said, I need to get this guy's asshole
No,
off my face.
Wally,
This is awesome.
because it starts with him just walking around, and you're just
Yeah.
kind of...
I mean, he's a hobo.
Like introducing, like,
What's he gonna do?
but that's what I mean. It's basically just, we don't really need to introduce this character because this is it.
Sorry.
This is it. Like,
Yeah.
this is what he does.
It's like, gah!
But then also, can we talk about there's an octopus? See, that's
Like the fuck?
that's why it's there. Why the fuck is there an octopus
Yeah.
here? Somebody
Yeah.
went, hey, I'm doing the special effects for this movie, but also doing something else for this other one. I got this giant
I
octopus.
got like 6 tentacles.
Right, you want to do something with that?
Yeah.
Bring them. Just bring them to the set. We'll figure it out. Welcome to the Decision Reel Movie Review Podcast, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday. This week, we're getting into a movie that Wally picked last week called Hobo with a Shotgun.
Yep. I'm just a hobo with a shotgun. So this was strict shock and awe. The whole idea behind this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if this is a dude movie. It's just a lot.
It's a shotgun to the dick. Literally is what it is.
It's a terrible movie, riding the line of it that it knows it's a terrible movie.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of a joke.
Well, there's a couple like
They don't know
heartfelt.
which way.
There's kind of a couple heartfelt moments in the movie
With
too.
terrible
like,
dialogue.
yes, but like when he's in the hospital looking at the babies and stuff, I was like, oh wow, this is a little deep for this type of movie. But then he duct tapes a shotgun to a dude's dick, and I'm like, I'm back in. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
she brought up the dumpster one. Was it the dumpster baby one? Yeah.
Mhm.
I texted you.
Yeah.
And sure enough, shortly after, I received a text from her.
What the fuck
Yeah,
is this?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
No, I said I hated him for doing it.
Well, you know.
I
Everybody,
also hate myself a little bit too, though, because I'm pretty sure when you gave us the choices last week, I was the tiebreaker, and I think
you're right.
this is the one I named.
Yeah.
Because you were like, which one do you think sounds the most, like, crazy?
This was definitely,
Well,
out of the group of movies I chose, this is definitely probably the worst and the wildest.
yeah. Yeah.
Hands down.
Oh, so and again, you gotta think about this. This is not a movie made of like, hey, look, we got this great idea, we're gonna make this movie. This was based off of what we watched maybe a month ago, the Grindhouse movies and the trailers involved before that. So this was always a make the most ridiculous, stupid trailer you can, and we're gonna put them in front of this movie.
It's sploof on top of that,
Right,
too.
and then they ended up making most of those trailers. So again, going into it, you're making a movie based off the title alone,
Yeah.
right?
Awesome.
I'm in already. The movie's called Hobo with a Shotgun.
What are some other movies that have done this? Cocaine Bear?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right. What
Cocaine
are some
Bear.
other movies that have just been like, oh shit, title?
Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead.
Okay,
Sure?
that's good.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
I married an axe murderer.
Married an axe murderer. Yeah, so I
There's a
married
lot of
one, yeah.
movies that just hit you at the title and you're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
I at least want to see the trailer of this. Never do I just go hunting for trailers randomly for the most part.
Yeah, what was that? Earth something needs. You know what I'm talking. It was like a CGI movie. Something Earth kids need space moms or something like that. I remember hearing that, looking at it like, that's not a kids movie, is it? Like,
I don't know.
it was.
You see the new Alien? Fucking thing?
Romulans.
Yeah, you see that?
Romulans. Yeah, it looks great.
I think they're gonna go with the video game esque.
Oh,
did you see that?
Yeah.
As
That
soon as
one
the vibe
scene
came up, and I was like, "Ooh!"
One scene of all the face huggers coming around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in 100%. And it's Fede Alvarez who did
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, the
Yeah.
2016 or whatever. So
Locked
not
in.
2016, 2013. How
Locked in.
goddamn, we're getting old. Yeah, I'm locked in for that.
Yeah.
Speaking of being locked in, if you guys want to be locked into the Decision Reel, you can find us on our social medias at the Decision Reel. You can find us on our
He's getting good at
website,
it.
thedecisionreel.com. There's merch over there. You can support us by buying a t-shirt, a hat, stickers, cups,
Yes.
anything else. Tumblers.
I don't. I always say dirty
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
I
you
don't want
always
to say
do.
dirty things.
There's some other things maybe
This
hidden
movie is
around.
not the right movie to say dirty things.
You might be right. But yeah, you can go on there, Real 10 to get 10% off your order if you do want to buy anything from us, or if you just want to support us in any other way, go to our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X.
Slap that like button.
Slap that like button.
So Tara, what do you think of this movie? We should start with
Let's just
her.
go.
Just a generic, like a
How long?
spitball.
Hold on. How long before you
Stop, pause, or
physically
left?
said, "What the fuck"?
Oh, I don't know. I will say Carrick watched the first quarter of it with me when he saw what I was watching. He came out and sat down and was like,
he's like, "Oh, Hobo." Okay, yeah, I'm in.
Was the Trailer Park Boys guy
Rob Wells.
noosed up on the manhole?
I mean, so first of
Excuse me.
all,
First of all,
I don't think he would have been able to speak as clearly as he was once he was in the manhole hanging from
What'd they call it? The glory hole?
his neck.
At the end, they changed it to the glory hole.
I think you're correct. Yes.
Glory hole means
Now, he
something
could be
else
holding
also.
I know
himself
what
up
it
on the
means, but
I
they
doubt
call
it.
it. I think
I
they
doubt
call
it.
it.
You never
that.
know.
And also, you could see when they would be zoomed in on him and he was talking, you could see the
the
manhole
flex.
cover moving
Yeah.
and flexing.
I mean,
It's like, okay, here's what it is. It's if it's like a guy was in his, midway through film school and he had to make a movie.
Like this was his semester. Or
Uh-huh.
his
And he had to make a movie for a project for one of his classes. And he had his 12-year-old brother write the script and got random friends and family members and people off the street to play in this movie.
I mean, that's sort of what it kind of
Because
is.
that's
Sure,
because
sure.
it's
I could see that.
because it's trash.
Yeah.
It's trash. It's straight
100%.
trash.
You don't go into a movie called Hobo with a Shotgun with an expectation
No,
of
it's-
this is going to be a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
Now, there could be a movie called Hobo with a Shotgun that could be a cinematic masterpiece. There's a movie called Pig with Nicolas Cage
Yeah.
that you're thinking, Pig, and you watch it, and it's pretty good. Or The Whale with Brendan. Well, that's not Hobo with a Shotgun, but you know.
very different.
But you have an expectation hearing a title like The Whale and think, oh, it's a fat guy. Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is very literal.
Yes.
This is literally a hobo with a shotgun.
I feel like somebody watched Hobo Fights
Oh,
and
yeah.
went,
And
okay,
this
we're
just
going to make
spawned
this
from it?
trailer.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then they made the trailer. And then obviously
Bum
they're...
Fights,
or
right?
Bum Fights, that's
Bum
what it was.
Fights,
Bum
yeah, yeah.
Fights. Were you around on the internet in those days?
Younger
I
days.
know. Yes.
Yes. How amazing.
Never watched them.
The wild
What a
west of the
time to
internet.
be alive.
Oh, man. You could just watch whatever you wanted. There was no ads. There was no nothing.
It,
Oh,
ridiculous.
It was great. It was the best time.
Premium
to be alive.
YouTube now. I'm
Premium.
on it.
Yeah,
I'm on the boat.
You got YouTube Premium?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Because you know what? I hate ads.
I hate ads too.
I can't. Especially, I don't know if you've watched regular YouTube lately. If you watch like a 3-minute video, there's 4 ads on it.
Yeah, I don't do it.
You all right?
It's
over there?
gone.
I couldn't get the.
She couldn't unscrew the cap of her deer. Is that a deer park?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at you getting. Can you buy deer park everywhere else, or is it just like specific locations? What?
I think it's a cheap water. I don't think it's. I think it's a common cheap water.
You ever think like there's different grades of water, but it's all just water?
No, it is different.
I know, but it's all different filtered and from different places. Spring
Different
water,
nutrients,
or you can
different.
get it from a
levels.
babbling brook,
Mhm.
maybe.
BG.
Or
Fiji's
Fiji.
good.
Yeah.
Fiji's good.
Smart water.
BG. It's just water. I drink out of a fucking hose. I drink out of a water faucet. Minerals and
puts hair
iron
on
are
the
good
chest,
for you.
yeah.
Those smells like sulfur.
The plot of Hobo with a Shotgun. A homeless vigilante blows away crooked cops, pedophile Santas, and other scumbags with his trusty pump-action shotgun. Come on.
This is one of the best like synopsis. Like, it's perfect.
If you read that and
I love how
saw...
they made Santa a pedophile.
Oh, my God, dude. That was so fucked up.
At first, I didn't know. I saw the kids screaming, and I was like, maybe that's what it is?
Oh, that's what it is.
That's definitely what it
You
is.
have to give the film credit for not holding back anything. Anything.
Oh, my God, nothing.
There's a school bus full of children that get flamethrowered.
Yeah, that's nose goes 98%, 99% of the time. Video games, movies, any kind of whatever.
Oh,
Kids don't die.
No.
And if they do, they definitely don't show it.
In this movie, not only do they burn them alive, they show the corpse afterwards and they're playing with it.
Yeah. It's bad, dude. It's bad.
But it's done in a way that, I'm not saying it's funny, but I'm saying it's done comically. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
No,
like...
you're right. You could say it's done funny.
Okay.
Well, you shouldn't, because I don't think it's super proper, but it is hilarious.
Yes. The way he's
The
holding
act
that
of
dead
killing
body up there.
Children, no.
No.
Not funny.
But-
all these things are fake as shit. The blood squirting around. It's not, none of this even feels
The
real.
part where they look at the shopping cart and then the dead body of the decapitated cop that he shot 16 times afterwards, and they look back to each other, then they look back to it again, and then
So
she's running
stupid.
around the
He
corner.
wasted so much ammunition on that one guy.
She's good. That was good. That's
He
good,
killed
though.
him
It's good
with
that she
one.
knows
He
that.
doesn't need to shoot him 4 more times.
He's getting his...
He's out being a vigilante with one weapon, and he wasted
Well, the
5
whole-
shots on that guy.
The whole thing that he
4
said
shots.
earlier in the movie about the bear, and the bear, like, when it gets into the kill mode or whatever,
Sure.
it doesn't know what... That's the whole point of that scene, is that he was
It's
in...
hilarious,
It-
by
yeah.
the way.
Still,
That
a bear's not
relationship
a bear's
is
not
hilarious.
wasting anything. His weapons are attached to him. It's fine. But like,
Touche.
he only has so many.
I don't know, it seems like he has unlimited
Shells.
ammo in this movie.
100%. You don't even really see him load the gun.
He's got the bandana.
Not only
That's
that,
the only time you see him. I feel like really loaded is after that because
Yeah.
he's like, oh shit.
he pulls it off the wall loaded, right? He
That was
literally-
going to be my question is,
They don't just leave guns loaded.
You're not
he
gonna
just
leave
pulls
gun-
it right off the wall loaded.
unless in this area, because let's be real, it's
Well,
not
who
a
the
nice
fuck knows
area.
where we even are? Because this is like a whole nother
It's universe.
level of
It's a different universe.
shit going on in this town.
It's obviously Canada. You've heard everybody's accents in this movie, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
The girl
I
said
heard a little bit of
boot,
coverage.
and I was like, all right. And obviously, there's a lot of people from Trailer Park Boys in this,
Yeah.
so I feel like they got together with certain people and they came together and then they made
I like that
a
she made a
movie.
shield out of a lawnmower. The other
Amazing.
$49 lawnmower.
amazing.
Like, that was kind of wild to me.
I'm surprised Evil Dead hasn't done that. Think about it, just a shield that's just a lawnmower that's spinning.
Yeah.
And it gets used on her.
Yeah, what is she doing? Dude, some
Mm-mm.
of the parts of this were too much for me, and I'm usually on board. Whatever. I can make it through things. But her and that saw,
No, you know what got me
and I
a
was
little
like, oh
yeah.
God.
He was
Her
wrenching
neck.
on he was wrenching on that neck for a while.
And it was slow.
yeah.
It was slow. I could deal with the abrupt gore, but it took its fucking time.
For them having probably no budget, because we'll get to that here in a bit.
There's no way they had a high budget.
That looked pretty good.
Yeah. For what they had, probably looked
Oh, yeah,
great. This
yeah.
movie's a B movie.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's Hobo with a shotgun.
Yeah. Lower
But
than a B.
This is a,
C?
this is a C,
C
D
minus,
movie.
C
Come on,
minus, yeah.
man. B movie.
It's also kind of turned into a cult.
Yeah.
Cult movie.
It's called classic at this point. So the part where she gets her hand tore off by the blades, and then she sticks her bone
Into him.
not even into that dude, to pull me up by my hair. And then she's trying. She puts the end of the broken fucking bones into it, and like talk about being a badass.
I know, right?
To
Oh,
save
dude.
some dude she met a day ago.
Dude, so good. So bad. So good.
It's hilarious.
I think what I text you, Tara, I had texted something. I didn't realize what I was texting, but it was like a series of like,
You sent me like 3 texts in a row.
yeah. Hold on.
That's a lot for Wally.
I mean, they
this-
were short. They weren't like.
Yeah, this is the quote. Ready? It's yes, it was bad. Was kind of the point. I love it. Laugh my ass off.
Right. Come on. I'm pretty sure everybody involved in this movie, the people making this movie, knew they were making the worst movie they possibly could.
On purpose, right? You think? But parts of this feel like they were trying to make a bad movie.
But tell me, there wasn't really like bad acting.
Oh,
in
yeah,
this.
Oh, dude, you're crazy.
Hold on.
There
Come
was
on,
terrible
come on.
acting.
Hold on. I'm saying there wasn't like, hey, I just got out of drama school and high school acting. I'm saying like they were sending it even though they were bad.
So I have thought about this very in depth, right? So there's a lot of bad acting main characters.
Mm.
Obviously, there's a little bit of overacting, but I don't think they had anything to work with because the writing
bad
was
acting.
fucking terrible. Like
Yeah.
especially like the apartment scene where they're talking to each
Yeah.
other. The writing's just garbage.
Yes.
So these guys are just trying their hardest to make this sound
But that's what I'm saying.
semi-decent.
Like,
So you got to define the line of like what's bad acting and what's bad writing. Some of
It
it's
was
bad.
both.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
both.
Some of it was bad acting. There were some parts that felt good,
okay, I guess what I'm
but
saying
there
is,
was terrible writing, so you can't fucking tell.
yeah, what I was trying to say is at least they were going for it. They weren't just
Sure.
sitting there going and saying their lines like, oh, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They were in it. Terribly in
This
it.
could have
but in
been
it.
like maybe if you had to like draw a line, maybe like high dollar porn or something like that.
I get what you're
like
saying.
in between scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They had a little bit of a budget.
yeah.
Right.
Small writing, small budget. Didn't take it too seriously, but had a lot of fun.
Where to watch this? Plex. It's on Plex for free.
Oh,
It's
shit.
on Hulu for free. It's on
You want to know
Tubi
how I
for
found
free.
it? Why you keep going? Disney. I have my Hulu's through Disney, so
Yep.
it's funny typing in Hobo with a shotgun on my Disney Plus.
Hilarious.
Because they're connected.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. So,
You can also watch it
Plex.
Amazon Prime, YouTube, Google Play, and Apple TV. But yeah, the first one so far that's actually free on Plex. Just want to throw that out there.
nice. Have any of you ever been at a point where you didn't have a house to stay in? You guys have always had a house to stay in.
I mean, like my parents' house. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your boy over here.
I know.
Yeah.
He was a hobo.
I was.
He might have had a shotgun. We're not going to go there.
I was a wandering man for a little
I'm
period of
alone.
time. It wasn't a long period of
It
time.
was like 2 weeks.
I want to tell you a funny story.
Okay.
I once broke into an RV to get a blanket.
Was it a good blanket?
It was probably a grandma's blanket, and I slept
Oh,
behind
It was like
a housing sign, and then I woke up the next day because kids were getting on the bus.
Nope.
And I felt like the biggest piece of shit. And then I put the blanket back.
The question I had. What a
And
nice
shortly
gentleman.
afterwards, got a job.
Was it a good sleep?
No, dude,
Okay,
it was
I was gonna
terrible.
say,
it was
yeah.
middle of winter.
Oh.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
was
I
not
needed a
fun.
blanket.
Yeah, not fun. This
You
was
ever-
survival.
Yeah. You ever gone by, like, if you're going up to Brandywine now and you look to the right before you get back onto 235, there's, like, the Hobo encampment there?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Right on the right before 7-Eleven.
Yeah. There's all those, like,
Yep.
the tents and stuff. Not to be whatever. It kind of would be fun
Do
for,
you
like,
think
a
they're-
night to hang out in not that establishment, but your own tenting establishment outside.
Do you think they have
We
like,
should go camping, is what I'm saying.
Maybe maybe there's a single guy and he's like the tenant owner thing and he has like slots for
Dude,
each tent.
How funny would it be? It's a trailer
He's like,
park,
so you
but
roll
it's
up
tents.
there. He's like, oh yeah, we got a couple spaces in the back.
Yeah. We just put them in
Yeah, what's good?
last week.
Yeah,
Good
there's,
tents,
there's
got
a
them.
group hole.
Yeah. How long you need to be here? All right. Well, here's the rate:
Yep.
3 crackers a week. That's fucked up.
He's got like stockpiles of ramen.
Just hand them out at night. Hey, everybody, get you. Who you want? Beef or chicken? Beef or chicken? We just got shrimp because nobody fucking eats the shrimp. It's true, is it not?
Probably.
Probably.
I
Rit-
still eat ramen. It's delicious.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Have you guys ever just eaten ramen without cooking?
No.
Like bitten into it while it's hard.
I prefer it. I'll take the bag and just like beat it up, and then pour it in a bowl, sprinkle the whatever, and eat it like chips.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Eating it raw is weird. I tell people that like, what? I was like, it worked out great when you're like up in a tree or
Sure,
you're like
yeah,
out in the
yeah,
woods doing
Just fucking
not doing shit.
Like
But
it's granola or something.
right.
Yeah.
It's a ramen
but
brick.
he's like breaking it in the bag,
Yeah.
right? Is what you're saying?
Because
And
you're
then-
breaking it into smaller pieces so you can be eating it like a snack.
Hey,
You
whatever
eat it with a
floats your boat,
spoon
man.
still?
No, you just
You just pick it up.
because they're like little chunks of noodle. Try it before you knock it.
I don't even
Try
buy
it.
ramen.
Hobo recipes with
Yeah.
Steve Biscolzi.
I told you, I'd be in that encampment right
Bag of Fritos, and they have little kids Campbell's chili things.
now.
Pop them bad boys open.
Yep. I bet you that's amazing.
Yeah, that's your
Now hold
homeless-
on. Do you put it in there, then roll the top back up and just do like a
Sure,
and
sure.
then
Whatever,
get in there?
floats your boat. I like to keep things a little separated to avoid sogginess, but yeah, it's good.
Well, it depends on how fast you eat it, right? We're just here to give the people who are outside listening to this, obviously, just ideas of what they can do in their tent encampment.
Yeah.
We're here to help the public
How are they going to cook the chili?
with the sun.
It's already pre-cooked. You don't have to cook it. You should
Or
cook
just be
it.
cold?
Yeah.
Or the ramen, for example.
Yeah,
You don't have to eat it raw.
They'd
like you
have
just
to eat
said.
it like you just said.
That's-
'cause
yeah.
Look, I can start a friction fire. We're good.
Wait. Shit.
We're good.
This is written by John Davies and directed by Jason Eisner. They have done nothing else of note.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
So sad.
Oh, no. Rating,
sad.
this is not rated.
It should be
It's
what's
definitely rated
beyond
R.
MA.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, you've seen
MA.
Oh no, it
You've
definitely
seen
is.
RoboCop, dude? Come on,
There's
this is not
it's the amount of blood and gore that really sends over the edge. There's titties,
okay.
which is okay, but it's got
Which
to
is
be
okay.
MA, dude. There's no way it's not.
Rated
MA
R.
is a TV rating.
Yeah, this is rated
You
R.
have to go R.
It's not gonna be NC-17. This movie's not that.
Isn't that like dick and balls in
NC-17
vagina?
No. So NC-17. What?
It's like almost.
I think I've looked this up. Before.
Depending on what it is, again, there could be more violence in a movie to make it NC-17. It's not just there's a dick on the screen. It's got to be NC-17. It's no, hey, this guy's entrails are being pulled out, and somebody's like
I'm
The
just-
Green
I-
Inferno was a movie that was going to be rated
Oh, that was a
NC-17.
big, that was a gross one.
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
and that's about
The tribe
eating
and like,
people.
Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
I'm flabbergasted.
By
The movie
this movie.
and the fact that there were so many people living in this one place that were just okay with these things,
Well, I feel like
and they all found each other.
Wait, what?
Like they were just
all
okay
found each
hanging out in that place and squishing people's heads with bumper cars and
How,
and
hold on.
girls dancing
Let's be a
with
little real
people's
for a second.
entrails, and
Let's
it's just I don't.
You're in a different. It's like a different universe almost, right? Where these people are crime is rampant and the cops are corrupt and you can get away with murder and they're having a good time with murder. You've never
Murdered someone?
murdered someone before? No. You say you've never seen a show where it's like off the deep end because like civilization is gone and people are like eating and killing each other
I
and
guarantee.
beating
so
each other with
It was
their heads?
literally the purge, just without
Right.
ever ending.
if you put
Right.
the if you put
Maybe
the
it is.
if it was a different scene, it felt like it was just too real. It felt like it was maybe like a dock or industrial area somewhere in a
Yeah.
deep city. But if they
Yeah.
put it in like like a really like maybe like an 80s neon signy
Okay.
kind
a
of like
cyberpunk-y-
grunge thing,
So, like,
it would have
Blade-
made a lot more sense.
So like Blade Runner.
yeah. Like put it there and it's like, oh,
or the
This is a little bit more
Prisoners of Ghostland movie.
Yeah, yeah.
even
I-
like those were weird places. They were.
maybe I'm at like 2 a year right now of these movies. Like, what the fuck?
I like a good what the fuck movie. I like
you
a
gotta
good
bring it back every once in a while, you
right.
know?
I like it. Look, we all know I like shitty movies. This is a shitty movie that I like. Like
Yeah.
there-
I,
it's
I love to bring it up to people. Like it's so obscene. It's kind of why I wanted to show Tara. I already
Sure.
think I knew you'd seen it, but I wanted her to see it because I wanted to have the wow, the what the fuck wow factor.
Thank you.
Yeah, just waking you up
Again,
a little bit.
this is not a good movie.
I would never. do
No,
this to
not
somebody.
even a little bit
No.
of a good movie.
But is it not hilariously enjoyable?
No.
Well, define
It's
a
not.
good define a good movie.
The Shawshank Redemption.
What?
Define a good movie. What makes a movie good for Steve?
okay. What
man?
makes a
Oh,
good movie?
Not for
Okay.
the general fucking
Oh.
public.
Well, so we've gone over this, right?
Yeah.
I find a good movie, and this is just me entertained wise, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be like the greatest movie of all time. But when
Yeah.
I sit down, what do I want to see? I want to see something that's going to keep me interested. I'm going to want to see something. What, are you all right?
Yeah. No.
Okay, I thought you were-
just, like
Okay. I was like,
irritated.
what do you mean? You don't want to see something
You're
that keeps
moving
me
into
interested, right?
This movie moved her to tears.
in like all the worst ways.
This hurts my soul. It just starts crying. Go ahead, Steve. Go good.
So I want to see a movie that's going to keep me watching, right? Keep me interested, keep me guessing what's going to happen next. I want a movie that's also going to have good dialogue in it, right? I know this movie doesn't have good dialogue. I'm not saying that. We're going
Okay.
with what,
Sure.
what I want to
Yeah,
see in a
keep
good
it.
movie. I like to see good set pieces. I like to see a movie not take its time to do stuff, but also give it room to breathe, to think about things. So you can't have a movie that's so brisk and paced that you're not thinking about what's coming before it because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But you also can't have a movie that's so slow that it's boring. So
Sure.
there's a fine line there. But when you've hit
Sure.
it and you figure it out, that makes a good fucking movie.
Certain ones of those trump everything else too. Like
Oh,
this
yeah.
movie, it's like I use Pacific Rim as a reference.
Sure, yeah.
Big robots, cool. I'm in.
Terrible movie, but it's
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
and
But
I'm
this-
entertained.
Yeah, this one's just so fucking over the top that I'm like, okay, I can make it through all the other shit.
Well, so that's another thing too,
that
right?
This movie encompasses.
There's a comparable movie to this, and it's called Dredd. Not Judge Dredd, Dredd with Carl Urban. It came out mid-2010s.
Isn't
in-
this the same thing?
It's the same type of movie where there's a guy going around shooting people, right?
Is it where he climbs to the top of the
Yes,
building? It's
climbs-
great.
It's a great movie.
It's phenomenal.
But what I'm
What are
trying
you
to say
getting at
is,
here?
it's this in a nutshell. I'm trapped in a nutshell. It's the same movie. Think about it. It's a guy in a city where crime is running rampant, and he takes it upon himself, albeit in Dredd it's one building. Well, the start of the movie, it's not. But he takes it upon himself to literally just fucking kill everybody.
I am the law.
Right. So, and it's ultra violent. It's ultra like stupid one-liners.
Oh.
But Dredd is so much better because it's an actual movie.
Best one-liner in this movie because there's a fuck ton of
There
them.
are, yeah.
And it's the tool bag son, and he's like, "I'm gonna clean your blood with my blood," or whatever he says.
I remember, like,
what did you say? Like, wait, what?
4 times today
4 times.
already
Mm-hmm.
since I watched the movie, Carrick has said to me, "You know how I know you're wet? Because my dick is thirsty."
See, this movie,
4
this
times.
movie has left
And I
a lasting
said-
impression.
And I said,
What's
I
better than
need
that?
you to stop because I can't look at you.
I'm gonna tell Karen,
Like,
never stop, never stopping.
Good job.
See, this is what I like about movies. Like in
no
general, hold on.
holes bar in this dialogue at all.
No. But okay, getting back to what I like about movies.
Sure.
Something that keeps you thinking about it after you've watched it.
Oh, for sure. You're never gonna
Something
forget
that keeps you talking about it after you've watched it. Something that you quote constantly after you've watched it. That's what makes a good movie. An entertaining movie. Even if this movie's shit, Carrick's still gonna say that to you now for the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's ruined,
And
it's
it's gonna
ruined
go
my
away.
life because I don't ever want to think about this movie again, and
Wow.
now that's
It's
going to happen. thanks to
permanent.
that.
I'm sorry.
It's great.
That's
So-
kind of like the Ghost movie. It's locked in. Maybe when you're old, when we're all old, maybe we'll forget about it. But I doubt it.
No, never.
No, you remember that movie Nicolas Cage did?
His balls blow off.
Your balls.
Listen,
will-
I'm not saying I'd forget. I'm saying
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to quote this movie. I'm not going to think
It's
about this
not
movie.
that
I'm not going to
bad.
ponder on this movie. I'm not going to watch it again.
Bad, dude. It's bad.
But it's
You
not
can go ahead
the...
and skip to the end there. I will not recommend it. I will not watch
Oh,
it
she's
again.
out. She's so mad.
Like,
This was the
what
goal,
I'm saying,
This
though,
was the
is-
goal.
I
This
would
isn't-
never do this to somebody.
This isn't the worst movie you've ever seen in your life.
Hold on, is it?
It might be.
Oh,
No.
Okay, what's the worst movie?
Definitely Ghosts of Whatever was worse than
No,
this.
I would watch that over this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I think,
There's nothing...
No. Hold on. So I assumed it. that
Oh,
this
yeah,
was
yeah.
I
happening.
would rather watch that movie and go, what the fuck? But still be like being like, what the fuck?
Well-
And with this, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Stop. Stop it. I'm done.
I'm so
with
mad.
With the
There's
Nicolas
still
Cage
an hour
one.
left?
Yeah. With the Nicolas Cage one, it was, what the fuck is happening?
I got you.
With this, I'm, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Turn
Just
it
done.
off.
Yeah. Eh.
Yeah.
My
See-
stomach hurt.
I was eating fucking pho like.
Oh, yeah, I was eating chips and salsa.
Oh,
like,
my God.
look at that fucking guy. He just came out of that dude and said, I need to get this guy's asshole
No,
off my face.
Wally-
This is awesome.
When Wally texted me and was like, "Yeah, I just text Steve to see like when
Why does it
we
keep doing
thought
this,
you'd
baby?
turn it off," and
The
I was like,
blood.
"No,
I was
I'm
very
committed
proud.
to my job on the podcast.
I
I'm
was
going to watch
proud.
the whole movie,
Good for you.
but I'll never do
I
it
appreciate
again.
that.
I was proud.
What?
I'll
Oh,
never
you'll
do it
never do
again.
this movie again.
I will never do it
Honestly,
again."
I don't think I
Cool.
could.
So the
think
next movie I'm going to pick is going to be just like this.
I don't think I can think of. That was. I dove deep. at
Zombie
work.
Strippers is coming next.
I dove deep.
I bet
Zombie
you-
Strippers
I bet you'd like
is
that movie
different.
way more than
Yeah,
this.
I was about to say
Yeah.
it's way different than this. I don't think I know a movie that's like this. I don't think I can think of one that's like this.
As far as
There's no other movie that feels like this. Think of a movie that feels like this.
you're right, it's gritty, it's raw, it's nothing, it's stupid, it's hilarious, it's shotgun to the dick,
hilarious.
It's just its own thing.
You're
There's
telling me
not-
you didn't like smirk
Not
once.
once.
You went in with a bad attitude then. You gotta
I
be light. You
didn't.
gotta be
I
light and
swear
airy.
to God, I didn't.
No, dude.
I
You tell me
swear to God, I
you wouldn't have
didn't.
you wouldn't have given this movie and expected her to hate it.
Listen to
Oh
me.
yeah, but like
During
I was
the
hesitant
opening,
to give
No.
this movie because I thought you would fucking super dislike it.
the opening credits, I'm watching them, and I did say out loud, I'm not gonna like it. Like literally from the opening credits.
Oh, the opening credits were very
No,
Tarantino-ish.
literally from the opening
I'll give you
credits,
that. I'll
I
give you that.
said I don't feel like I'm gonna like this movie.
Okay.
And then it started,
and then you didn't.
and then I was like, yeah. I
It
don't
has
think I'm
about like what 3 minutes before it starts getting fucking really weird, and it starts setting its tone.
It does take a little bit to get going.
Maybe a couple minutes
there's weird
before you
shit
get to the
going
bum
on.
fight.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
tries to
yeah.
pay him $10.
Yeah, it's bum fight. There's like 30 to maybe like a minute and a half where the movie goes from like being like, what the fuck is this to
Yeah.
holy fucking shit.
Yeah, well, because it starts with him just walking around, and you're just
Yeah.
kind
I
of
mean, he's a hobo.
like introducing like,
What's he
oh,
gonna
he's,
do?
but that's what I mean. It's basically just we don't really need to introduce this character because this is it.
Sorry.
This is it. Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he does. And then he comes upon the bum fight. And then like right
He's a
after
hobo.
right after that, the fucking truck runs into his cart,
You
and then
didn't-
it
you
just
didn't-
goes from there.
Did you not just go, oh, what the fuck? Like you didn't feel bad for his cart? That
I
took
was
him
angry.
I
months.
did.
I was
when
angry.
when the truck hit his cart, Carrick was sitting. This was because, like I said, he watched the whole like first part with me. When the truck hit his cart, I went, oh,
Right.
like I like just instinctively was like, oh, his stuff's everywhere.
That could have taken years to get all those cans.
Dude, let's talk real quick because there's a million things to talk about with this, with how bad it is and just the shock and awe. But the ending, the ending is so fucking like that. It's like, gah!
But then also, can we talk about there's an octopus? See, that's
Like the fuck-
that's why it's there. Why the fuck is there an octopus
Yeah,
here? Somebody
yeah.
went, hey, I'm doing the special effects for this movie, but also doing something else for this other one. I got this giant
I
octopus.
got like 6 tentacles.
Right, you want to do something with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Bring him. Just bring him to the set. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
And then also, what were the guys' names? The
the metal dudes.
Yeah,
I
like-
forget their name.
Ivan and Slick.
You killed what's his
Oh,
face.
wait.
Take his place.
Not the brothers. You don't mean the brothers. You mean
the guys
no,
at the
no.
end that are in the suits.
Oh.
They're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Brotherhood or whatever it
Gotcha.
is, and I'm like, this could be like its own weird thing, like have an offshoot of that.
Who was you guys would know this because you're more in tune with like actors and directors and shit. Who was the kid?
Small Soldiers?
Thank you.
That's
I was
what it
gonna
was.
say, yeah, I wanted to see if
I knew
anybody
I'd
get it.
seen. I
He
knew
was
I'd seen
also
the
one
face.
of the boys in the
It's also-
Patriot.
he also
died,
kind of
pretty sure.
kind of
Oh,
tumbled
was he
down.
the first? He was the young one,
He
wasn't he?
was the first one that died.
Do you think
Aim
he does?
small, miss small.
Do you think he does a pretty good job though of being psychotic in this movie?
Not
I think
really.
the other one does a better job.
I think he.
The other one was a fucking lunatic because, like, idiotic.
Walking
lunatic.
around in ice skates on pavement.
Because the
What a
other
fucking-
guy,
you're
the
gonna break
other
your
guy,
I
the
ruin everything I do.
Slick, which was that guy,
Yeah, yeah.
the one from Small Soldiers. I feel like he was more trying to be hard, and that made it more
Can
annoying.
you say that again,
Heard.
No,
please?
Please? Can you not?
She said hard.
Can you not say for whatever reason they decided to do some weird art piece when he was dying, and then the school bus comes back up to pick him up to take him to hell? Was that not kind of like not in this movie, and also a little
Yeah.
like, okay,
I also am. What I will say is, I'm glad that
I'm done watching this.
I don't know if
movie.
it was in. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was in the script or if he just said it because
Why not?
it was correct.
Yeah.
But when he first it engages with the kid when in that like whatever that room was, loading
Oh,
dock,
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck that was with the girl.
Yeah.
When he first involves himself, and the guy's like, "I'm gonna send you to hell, and Mother Teresa can suck your dick." Before the hobo even said it, I was like, "She's not in hell." And then he knocks him out, and he's like, "She was a saint," and I was like, "See, like that." I looked right at Carrick, and I was like, "See, like did that?"
What's going on here?
And I was like, "Do you think that was like
Probably.
in the script, or that was him just being like, what? That
Yep,
she
yep.
wouldn't be up there,
Can I ask
or she
you
wouldn't be down there."
a question?
Sure.
Have you watched Trailer Park Boys at all?
No. Does that seem like something I would enjoy?
Partially, not a lot, but
It's-
it's partially. You'd
By the
enjoy,
clips of it seems like
you'd-
it wouldn't
you'd
be, which is
enjoy-
why I haven't watched it. But
You'd enjoy a few parts of it.
I think so. It's one of those you start watching it and you go, "Well, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why would I watch this?" And then something clicks and you go, "This is the funniest thing I've ever seen," because
That's what
it's so
happened to
dumb.
me. So
Yeah.
it took me a little while to get into it.
So I feel like there's a little bit of that in this movie because it is sort of in the same like really bad quality and like stupid one-liners, but also Trailer Park Boys does have some bit of heart in it, and then there's it's just so stupid.
It's fucking dumb. It reminds me of a very low budget, low class Parks and Rec kind of.
Yeah, but that's what the whole idea of it is. They're in a trailer park, obviously, and it's
Yeah.
whatever. And this documentary team follows these three dudes who always, at the end of every season, go to jail because they're hijinks or they're trying to do. Here's one. So one season they got all this hash, right, and they don't know what to do with
what's
it.
hash?
Hash is a type
Weed?
of drug.
I'm kidding.
Anyways,
I honestly don't. Isn't it weed? It's
Kind
weed,
of,
right?
kind
I
of.
think it's
it's
a variation of.
What else is it? Was it mixed with something? What the fuck is hash?
yes. Anyways, so in
Okay,
order for
whatever.
them to get rid of it, think of it, it doesn't look like weeds. It's like a paste almost that you can mold it
A
into
weed
stuff.
based?
Like Play-Doh almost. Sure, whatever.
I'm out.
Oh, now you
Anyway.
lost me. That's not what
Anyways,
I thought it was.
there's a
so.
part.
You've been smoking that
Play-Doh?
hash?
You got that hand. It's not like the consistency,
He
but that's
said
like
Play-Doh.
something I can think of.
Steve
Like
smoking
whatever.
that dope.
I
Anyways,
used to eat Play-Doh when I was little because
who didn't?
it's salty.
I didn't eat Play-Doh. That shit's
Salty.
fucking gross.
It's salty.
It all makes sense now.
Anyways,
Not
so
mad about it. It's not like the different colors are different flavors. It didn't.
I bet you would eat the pink
So you
one.
know.
Did you eat the pink one?
Me?
Yeah, the pink one
Blue.
seems dangerous
Why?
because it's so fluorescent.
No.
Anyways,
It was salty. I think they had to have salt in it to like make sure it didn't,
it kept its viscous.
Yeah. Well, but then if you left the containers open, it would get like
It's very malleable.
it would turn like solid if you left
solid.
if you let the tops off.
See this right here? Bloop.
Solid.
Solid. Undercover brother.
hashish or hash is a commonly known is a psychotic compound derived
That's not
Derived,
right.
I know.
Yeah.
from the female cannabis
I'm gonna drown
sativa
you in
plant.
river.
From the female cannabis.
Yep,
Sativa
sativa
plant.
plant. Hash has become a more widely used drug globally as new product derivatives have made it popular for medicinal and recreation use. That's what it looks like. It's like a paste kind of stuff.
Sure.
It's like
I don't
blocky,
like it.
right?
Hashish.
Anyways.
It looks grainy.
Yeah,
It
but
does.
I
it's
don't like
it's
it.
it's like together.
I
So it's
like
not like
I
a
like it.
it's not like a weed plant where it's a plant. It's just like a block of stuff.
So you eat it?
Anyways,
Do you eat it? You smoke it? Or
You can do both.
Bake it? Or
You can
you
do
mix it with stuff?
anything you want to
It
do.
looks like sawdust paste,
Hashish.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to get.
but like
at. Yeah.
sawdust mixed with.
like
Hashish.
water and then pressed together.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's like oatmeal. I hate it.
So, anyways, there's a point in
I
the
hate
season where they don't know what to do with all this hash that they
I'll have
have.
nightmares
So
about
they end up paving their driveway with it
Hash.
because they got to hide it from the cops. And so everyone tries to park on their driveway, and they're being like all like shitty about it, like you can't fucking park here. And then it ends up catching on fire, and
the driveway.
because they just pack it down on top of the
How did it
driveway.
catch on fire?
Somebody accidentally falls on it while they were smoking something, and
Anyways,
Okay,
it's funny when you watch it.
I'm sure.
It's pretty good. And if I just
I don't
showed
think
you,
she trusts any of us because of this movie,
No, no,
Steve.
no, if I just showed you a video,
I'm quitting today.
Yeah,
This is
she's
my
done.
last-
This
This is my
is,
last
She's like,
episode.
I'm out.
if
I'm
I
out.
showed you a video of just Ricky being Ricky, like a YouTube video of just him talking, you would be in because it's so good.
It's the dude that gets his head
If
pulled
my
off.
wife loves Trailer Park Boys,
Which people
You
from
would
this
like it.
movie are in that?
so the guy that's in the beginning with his head
Yeah.
cut, that's Ricky from
Okay.
Trailer Park
Which
Boys.
other ones?
So there's like very, very bit part guys that are in it. So there's one part where at the beginning they throw him off after he gets carved on, they
Yep.
throw him off the building of the cop place. The
Yeah.
other guy that's with him, he's also in Trailer Park Boys.
The
No main,
police
no
officer?
main
The other
characters.
No,
police
there's no
officer.
other main
So not
characters.
the chief, the other police officer.
He wasn't in the room. It was like as they threw him
That's
off.
what I mean.
Literally,
So when they were
he was on screen for like 2 seconds. I was like,
Okay.
oh, hey, that's what's his face. And then there's one part in a cop car where the guy's sitting with him after, or when he gets out to go after the girl and he gets his head shot off.
That's my favorite character in the movie.
The other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in like one.
I decided when I was watching it today that was going to be my favorite.
Because he was
character
the
in movie.
only
Cop?
sensible person.
And
in
he
the
was like,
whole
"Are you
movie.
fucking kidding?
Right.
You're gonna go fucking beat a whore?
Yeah.
You lunatic!" And then he just drove off. I was like, "I'm not doing this."
Okay, bye. Yeah. Touche.
My favorite character.
Touche. Speaking of characters,
Let's get out of this movie.
This movie is
Even the actor was
starring-
like, let's get out of this movie.
Rutger Hauer is
Yeah,
the hobo.
he's driving offset. He's driving.
Yeah, I'm out.
What did I sign up for?
How much? How much is I getting paid? Nothing.
Nope. Keeping the suit. Bye.
There's no way these people made money. That like the people in the. I mean, when they hired them, I feel like they were like, I mean,
I don't know.
let's
I
just have
no
fun,
idea.
guys.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I don't
this
mean
is-
after like what the movie made. I know we're not there yet. I mean like when they hired them.
Yeah.
There's no way they were walking away with
Okay. Question.
sure.
If us three together said, "Let's make a shitty movie,"
Yeah.
and we made it, and you were on set having a good time, and this is what it turned out to be, would you be proud of it? Think about it. You were having a great time with all your friends and everybody.
You know the interviews with the cast from Madam Web that are going on right now.
So that would be you.
That would yeah, where they're like,
I was in a
hey,
movie.
we
It
you
was-
know
it was
what
a movie.
we did
I figured
this
she'd be
and
like, take my name off this motherfucker.
and we had a good time and we it is and they're just
I got
accepting the bad.
paid
They're just
money.
like accepting the reviews. Like you know what it is,
yeah.
what it is. Like
See,
I think that's what I'd have. That would be the outcome.
I saw an interview with Sydney Sweeney, or like a quote she had. It was literally,
I love
I
her.
only did this to get my foot in the door to talk to Sony executives. Now my foot's in the door. I'm like,
I love her.
It's not how it works.
But even more
But
than
okay.
her, I love Dakota Johnson because she is so unapologetically like, whatever.
It was the best. It was
It's
the best
fine.
people.
Has anybody seen that movie?
No,
No idea what the fuck either of you are talking about.
Madam Web.
You know what Madam Web is from Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. Man, oh, it's the blonde. She's that.
Sydney
The
Sweeney's
old
the
lady
blonde.
The one with the.
in the chair who's blind.
Yes.
Yeah, so Dakota Johnson is Madam Web and is not in a chair and is not blind until the end of the
She-
movie, apparently.
She was okay. So I saw her. She went on Fallon. She did a
Yeah.
wings thing. She's the one with the boobs, right?
Yeah,
No,
That's
Sydney
Sydney Sweeney.
Sweeney's the one
That's
with
Sydney
the boobs.
Sweeney.
Oh, okay.
Love
She's in
her,
that
though.
movie.
Okay.
Also with like 4 other Spider Women, but Spider-Man's not in this movie because he can't be. There's another Spider-Man that's like from Africa or
Did
some
Sony
shit.
do this?
Yes,
Okay.
I think it was. We got to make a movie to keep the copyright.
Sure.
So
Gotcha. Here we go.
AI, make something. Good enough. Did you read it? No. Fuck it. Anyways, this movie is starring Rutger Hauer as the Hobo, which I'm sure only me and Wally know who that is. That is a big actor, Rutger Hauer. Maybe Wally doesn't. The original Blade Runner, he was
Yes.
the main antagonist in that movie. And
One
he
of
is-
the best monologues.
Yeah,
of
he
all time.
is lauded as one of the best sci-fi actors.
Yeah.
Of all time. So for him to be in this movie is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can kind of tell that he's like
In
when
it.
he's acting in this, he's trying really hard, but I think he knows that the fucking
I mean, yeah.
writing is so fucking dumb.
But he's giving it.
Yeah.
You got to give it to him. We also got Molly Dunsworth as Abby, Brian Downey as the Drake, Gregory Smith as Slick, Nick Bateman as Ivan, Nick Bateman and Peter Samus as Rip and Grinder, known as the Plague. So those 2 guys in the suits.
Oh, so he was
So
in
he
the
played
suit
both
too.
of them.
Okay.
Yes. And then Rob Wells as Logan, Drake's brother, the guy who gets his head cleanly just chopped
Yep.
off perfectly. Like, that wouldn't have happened that nicely, but I get it.
Perfectly too.
I said that too.
Well, you want him walking away with his head talking to him. Like, you can't do that if his head's
Sure,
like
why
half.
wouldn't? Why, yeah, you have to have that.
Well, and then you got to put it on the
Right, exactly.
which they didn't show that
So
again
necessary.
later. But
No.
I also want a giant middle finger as a hood ornament. I think that needs to be something on
I hope-
everyone's car.
I hope someone listens to this podcast that hasn't seen this movie
And
and
make-
listens to
and
the
they
whole
go,
thing with us
"I got-
trying
I
to
got-
describe it.
I gotta watch this movie.
Like all the different parts that were like, imagine not knowing shit about this and then listen to us talk about it.
Listen,
Like, what the fuck?
Also, this
Also.
movie could have ended so quickly if when
He didn't get the
Slick,
shotgun?
no,
Oh,
when
sorry.
if he
Slick
found a home,
goes into the arcade place
Yeah.
and starts all that and leaves his car running outside with the door open. I would have gotten in that fucking car and drove
what
away.
kind of car was that?
Oh, we'll get to that in the fun facts.
Oh, okay.
But he leaves it outside running with the thing open.
I would have jacked
My
it.
first instinct would have been to, especially as a homeless person, would have been to get in that
My
car
car.
and drive anywhere else.
I feel like
Yeah.
homeless. I think homeless people got a bad
movie.
name.
End
Right.
of movie.
End
End of
of
my
movie.
poor life. Like, what? Also, they know that town. Why did he do that?
Do you think there's
There's
a lot of
hobos
honorable-
everywhere.
Hold on, he didn't know that time. The hobo, he just got there.
No, not the hobo.
Oh.
The boy who left his car open
Yeah,
and
yeah,
running.
Right.
Do you think hobos have a bad rap for being like
Yeah.
miscreants and like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just trying to
Do you
survive.
think there's
think-
a bunch
I
of
think for the-
honorable ones? There's a
I
bunch
think
of
for the
honorable
most part,
ones.
they're just trying to survive.
Yeah,
Honorable.
Yeah.
Honorable.
Yeah.
I think for the
exactly.
most part, there are people who got dealt a bad hand or had a medical issue it happened to them or, couldn't find their place after the military or whatever, and they're just literally trying
And they're
to live.
they're trying to survive.
A lot of people. Did you guys watch the documentary on
No.
the people that live underneath Las Vegas?
No.
Yes.
Did you
Yes.
see that?
It's wild.
There's like like tunnels. They set up camps and dividers. It looks like a bullpen, like
Huh.
at work. And there's people just living in tents underneath the
But they let
streets of
them.
Las Vegas.
But they let them. They're not like trying to get rid of them.
No, they don't. I don't think they give a
Yeah, I
shit.
guess they're not bothering anyone. It's not like they're on the main street.
They're just trying to get out of the heat, right?
Yeah.
So it's fucking the Nevada desert. Nevada. It's a Nevada. So they're in there just
Nevada.
trying to stay cool, man.
Oh.
But some of them are junkied out. Some of them are just trying to live. A lot of them just seem like they have
Well, and that's the other thing I was going to say
craziness going
too
on.
is I feel like there's also the argument to be made, like with
all different flavors.
like
man.
with homeless people that have alcohol or drug addictions. You could argue it might have happened either way. Maybe their alcoholism or their drug addictions led them to be homeless, or they
100%.
started.
I think that's the majority.
They started doing that stuff because they need something to keep them going.
Yo, what about the part where they were like, there was the group of people and they were just fucking with hobos, kind of relatively in the beginning. He's like, dares him to lick his dick, the hobo's dick. Did you?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Also,
It's
those
hilarious.
punk kids, same time frame where the guy left his car parked. Those like punk rock dressed up
Yeah.
kids that just drag the one hobo into the arcade after picking on the other one. Like they chose not to drag him away, but they dragged this one away.
Yeah. It's
And
just complete.
then I'm
it's
pretty
just
sure that's
complete
the guy who
chaos.
gets his head popped between the two.
I thought
bumper
that was the guy
cars.
that got his belly hit open with
Oh
the bat.
yeah, maybe that.
So that's who I thought it was.
Also, no,
I could be wrong.
That
There's a lot of
happens
deaths
later.
in this movie.
that happens later.
It could be.
You talking about the bat with the razor blades on it?
Yeah, where he's
Where the girls are dancing
teaching-
in their intros?
Yeah.
That happens later.
titties and yeah.
That's later.
That
But-
Jesus Christ.
that was always that's a little weird to me, that scene, because like
that,
they're having a
that
great
one is?
yes.
Okay.
They're all weird.
Explain why.
Sure.
Just that
Because
one.
why there's nothing showing me throughout this movie beyond, I guess, the girl in the beginning who's dancing in the blood that's flying out of his
Sure.
neck. Beyond that, then you have these girls that are just hacking at this dude that's hanging upside down, just having a good time, pulling
Yeah.
his entrails out
Yeah.
later. It doesn't show anybody else doing that in the movie. It shows people beating shit up, people beating people up, right? Or like you said, with driving around
Sexualizing
go-karts
the
or whatever.
gore.
I don't know. It's
which
just
is
it was
what
just
they were
they
doing.
went. We need titties. Okay, what should we have them do? I'm going to beat this guy up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just it's. I know. I
It
know
doesn't
this
make
seems.
sense like the rest of the movie.
Thank you. I know it seems weird to you. That seemed out of place for everything else there.
Sure.
I know you don't care, but I'm just saying. To me, watching and
But
being
this
in
is
that,
what
I'm
I'm
like, wait,
saying
what?
is this whole city is just full of people who aren't bothered by any of this stuff.
I don't think it's everybody. I think it's this segmented group of people in this
There's
area.
a lot of them.
Well, yeah, yeah.
None of it makes sense. You're right. None of this movie makes
No, and it doesn't need to. That's the problem.
doesn't make sense.
Right out the gate, it tells you, hey, there's all these bad people here, and they're having a good time fucking everybody up.
It teeter-totters.
Deal
It
with it.
literally is hanging on the edge of like the cliff of reality and how we see it and how there would be if there was just a completely chaotic world on the other side of that fall kind of thing.
You're right.
So it's
But
like, oh,
even-
he's in a street that looks
but
like mine,
even-
but then all of a sudden
Right.
someone's getting fucking their head pulled off and people are just like, ah!
But also, even then though, to be fair, like if you were like, oh,
Do cocaine about
this
it.
movie is nonsense. The parts in it
You're right.
that they were trying to make like hard or serious,
I'm gonna walk
they
up
didn't
to
even
somebody.
make sense to me. Like when he
Yeah.
goes to carve and he didn't carve. That first poke was a stab. He did not need to put it in there that
He
deep
said
to
it-
carve.
what's his face said it too. Like, what happened to being neat? The immediate comment after that was like, what happened to being like neat
Yeah.
and nice with it? The cop saying it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he didn't need to. Like when they showed it up close and it Because there's no way it was that deep. The carve was not that deep. So why did he need to go that deep?
He was there's
There's
sternum.
stuff here, yeah.
There's sternum. You're not getting in there.
It was like this far in. He like stabbed him first and then started carving, and it just
Yeah.
Not fun.
Also, next time I'm going to get into like a fight or a scuffle, I'm going to show up with a shotgun just in my mouth, pointed upwards.
I know, right?
Just for them to be like, oh, ha, 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 and then I'm going to kill them.
Yeah. He had an AK pointed at him the whole time.
Right.
Had him in check.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
just went, oh, that's
Okay,
funny.
that's fine.
Sure, I'm just going to
Just
point it
crazy.
this
down.
guy's crazy. Ha,
It's just
ha.
fucking
Maybe
crazy.
it's that weird dude who's killing everybody with a shotgun that's on these newspapers.
How could they know he had a ski mask on?
They had to have went up to these guys like you're
Right.
saying, like when they're talking about the roles that they're playing and they're explaining. Maybe we're doing a table read if there even was one.
No.
Which I highly doubt. They were probably like,
You want
"Look,
$50?
like this movie."
They were
just
literally the guy
sus-
with the camera doing bum fights. The
Suspend-
people recruiting for this movie were literally that guy.
suspend
I'll give
your-
you $10
your
to
shit.
dance in this guy's entrails.
Probably, yeah.
Just suspend what you think a good movie is. We're just firing at the hip the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And if it sounds cool, we're doing it, even if it doesn't make sense.
We're actually writing it on the spot.
It could have been.
There's no script.
Let's be real. Probably.
Yeah,
Again,
I feel like they
this
ran out of
movie-
funding at the end. They're just like,
this
"Oh,
m-
fuck it."
This movie is a joke to begin with, right? Like, if the whole
Hobo
idea was
with a
this.
shotgun.
Well, no, not that. I'm saying they made a fake trailer for a fake movie that never existed to put in front of movies that are a joke.
Yeah.
And then they went, well, let's make it. What do we do? Hobo with a shotgun.
Let's do what we did for the trailer. and just-
Right. He's just going around killing people. Like,
I'm
look
not
at-
even mad about that. I'm not even mad about the premise of a hobo with a shotgun
Yeah.
being a vigilante. It's everything else.
I mean, he was a pretty good vigilante. His kill count was pretty good.
It's everything else.
Super
Pretty
high.
good.
Super high.
Yeah.
Anyways.
pretty good.
Good.
Runtime on this, 86 minutes. That should make you super happy.
I was.
Yeah.
I knew how long it was before it,
Yeah.
like, because it puts it up there. And
Have
I
you
was
seen
like,
Have you seen the sequel? I'm just joking. It's not one.
Because we're
It's
watching
not-
that next week.
It's not my pick, and
I'm
look,
pretty
I'm
sure it's
warned.
Josh's pick. Have we talked to him yet?
oh.
Yeah, he responds to you. Not me.
Ooh.
No, he talks. That's probably why. He probably looks at it and goes, I'll text him back. Forgets about it. This was released on May 6th, 2011 in the United States. It was released on March 25th, 2011 in Canada, but its debut was January 21st, 2011 at the Sundance Film Festival, where it got a standing ovation.
Did it really?
That's because the world is fucked up.
No, it's
It's
because
a fucked up. No, it is.
Hold
it's
on.
because the world is fucked up.
I
it's because
I disagree with you.
the people that went to see the screening were the people that saw the
Yeah.
trailer, who went and saw Grindhouse and loved it, and they were like, "Oh my god, they actually made the movie." They watched it. They went, "This is fucking stupid awesome."
I think the
And they
problem
went-
with Tara is with you in
I
this
have a
movie.
problem.
Yeah, 100% is
you
is
saw her face. I
I-
have a problem.
she didn't have a choice.
She didn't have a choice to
Right?
watch it.
So
Yeah,
this is a-
This
this is a
was
job.
thrust upon me.
Yeah.
like a shotgun.
She said, but
to
if
the dick. Sorry.
if this was another option, like if this was in a different setting, I don't think I'd ever ask you to watch. I don't think I'd ever ask you to watch this. This is strictly for like a crazy reaction kind of thing. Any other time, I would never do this. I promise.
Thanks.
I mean,
promise.
yeah,
but
I
for
mean-
this,
It doesn't
It's
matter
very
because you
specific.
still did it.
But
so
yeah,
it
I did.
doesn't
You
mean
did
it's
this
not-
today.
but you got to think.
go back now.
Sundance. These guys they want to. They know what's happening. You went in fucking completely blind and was fucking blown away.
Yeah,
and you fucking
Sundance
hated it.
isn't a hey. You're sitting in this theater for all these movies. There's different screenings of
Yeah.
movies that you can go to.
And
right?
these guys
So-
knew kind of what they were getting into.
Yeah.
So, and if you can handle stuff like this, sure, Godspeed. But the majority of the population can't. I would never show my mom, my dad. I don't think any of my sisters would be into this. Maybe some of my close
look,
friends.
if you like grindhouse type movies, if
This
you
is
like
further than
gory
grind-
movies,
okay.
if you like shitty, over the top, doesn't make sense, I'm just shooting people to see their guts, this is your movie.
No, because you also have to add in multiple children being killed and
I mean,
burned.
but if you like people getting
And-
shot up, you
It's being
probably
over. It is over the top to
Have
be
you
over
seen?
the top.
Have you seen the new Rambo, the newest Rambo that came out, where he's
No.
just sitting in a truck with a fucking giant 50 caliber, and he turns it around, and
old
the guy
now.
that's driving and just and that dude just turns to soup. Yeah, that's your type of movie.
No.
Look at her face.
I really think it's a marriage of the two in this. What makes it so hateable, the dialogue that's said in this is fucking so bad and like from the rapey stuff.
Oh yeah,
But they threw it over the top.
they
on
went for
purpose.
it. Right. It's not like they're towing the line of should we say
Yeah.
that? No, they went for it. You
I don't
gotta
think
give
they
them
gave
credit
a
for that.
shit of people with souls
No.
like Tara.
No.
I don't think they care.
The
about
only
people
thing
like
they
that.
didn't do, which I'm so happy they didn't, and they could have gone there because they killed children in this movie, is any type of animal being also involved in this, right?
Except for the octopus.
I'm talking dying.
I see.
The octopus
I was
didn't die.
alive. Maybe he could have been living his life.
Right, the octopus could have had
Free meals and shit?
Right. What I'm saying is they could have definitely done that in this movie. Think hobos have dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not trying to throw that in anybody's whatever, but they could have done that. They didn't. So they held back and they said, animals, cool. Children, fuck them. Burn them alive in that school bus.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, how do you come up with that? Like, you're writing it down. I got an idea. You ready? They're just going to jump on a school bus because fuck them, and with a flamethrower because we have one.
There's so many quotes from you in this podcast that if they were taken out of context now.
If I ever ran for any type of office,
Bunch of kids in a school
This
bus.
would be what they'd slice
Fuck 'em.
up.
context matters, people.
Jesus Christ.
But you know what? I'd own it on the campaign trail. I'd be like, yeah, I said those things.
Go watch it. Hobo with a shotgun.
Vote for me. Box office that week, the top 10. We're doing May 6, 2011, because the other two, obviously, one was in Canada.
Why did he
one
have
was
to get
Sundance.
inside the guy's body? Why couldn't he get
know.
under the guy's body?
Because it's hilarious.
Is it?
Yes. Because he could, you want to know why? So he said the line of, I got to wipe this guy's anus off my face. That's it. That's all the reason, or his butthole or whatever.
And so he could
You got
tell
a
the
pretty
girl
cruel
she was
sense of
fucked
humor,
up,
lady.
and she like,
Well, she clearly had problems. Everybody had fucking problems. I want to know if there was,
she's a
minus
hooker,
that cop, I would have loved to find someone else that was maybe normal in this. It was that one cop. There's really no one else.
they were probably sitting at home
Yeah, well,
with their doors locked,
in this universe,
avoiding everything.
I would have loved to see. That's the one guy. That is literally the one
Well, so
guy.
in the
Who
beginning,
else
there's a
this
whole
is-
bunch of people just walking around that
Yeah,
are
but
watching
we
everything.
don't know if they're normal. There's a lady running with their kid, like like down the street. There's
know
a guy
him.
that's like a.
All those babies in the ward were normal because they haven't been fucked up yet. And you know what? He even says that in that speech.
Yeah, so maybe I don't
Just
know.
the
maybe-
babies. Just the babies.
When
Just mature
you
audiences only.
when they came up on the thing and they were
Hobo
like,
with a
"We're gonna keep
shotgun."
killing your kids unless you kill all the homeless," blah blah blah. I literally would have just locked me and my children in the house, and I would have just stayed there, or left everything.
Look, I don't
Why
think these
wouldn't
guys
you?
are-
Why would then your choice be to go kill people? I would have
have
just taken my
house
kid and
protection.
fucking left.
I mean, I don't disagree, but if you don't have a lot of money to go anywhere or do anything, how are you going to stay in a house that's probably
He did
easily
say a lot of the
broken into?
other places are worse.
People
Right.
wouldn't be breaking into your house. What would they need to break into your house for? They're out killing homeless people. They don't go inside. They're not going inside of homes.
Yeah, but they might be killing you.
Everybody's
'cause
killing
you're-
homeless people.
Right.
That's what I mean. They're killing homeless people. So
Yeah.
they don't need to go into a house because there's no homeless people inside homes.
Nope.
You know what is in a house? A mouse. You know what's outside of a house?
Rats.
Thank you. I was trying to set you up for that.
I love the stupid analogy thing that she does when she's preaching all the people. Like, we're in their home now.
Yeah, we're out on the streets. We need
We're
to
on our
respect them.
streets.
Yeah.
Her,
That was the epitome of
Monologue.
shitty dialogue.
it was just.
You know what? I just put together the other type of movies that this is. Terrifier. Have you ever seen those movies? It's
No.
just gore to be gore.
Sure.
Is that
And-
the guy that's?
But is it,
no,
di-
it's
Art
is,
the
it, is
Clown.
it shitty dialogue to be shitty dialogue too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's the guy with the pins in his face? Hellraiser.
Hellraiser, yeah.
Okay.
That's not well, I mean that is gore to be gore, but there's a story there that's deeper than it seems like it would be. So anyways, top 10 that week. Number 10, Hoodwinked.
The kid, is that a kids movie?
It is. It sounds so refreshing right now, to be honest with you.
I would watch that.
She
so many
she
times.
said she had to cleanse her palate.
What'd
and
you
wanted
watch?
to watch Friends. Or
Oh, you did? What did you
She
watch?
hasn't had the
You
opportunity.
oh, you haven't had. So you're still stuck in this
No.
like
Because you know what happened? I went to go put something on, and Carrick was like, "Hey, can you help me get the? Can you
help me watch the end of this movie
No,
again
no.
because I
Can
want
you-
to see that.
Can you help me do the mulch and the because we bought some mulch and rocks, and so I went out there, and when I came back in,
You mulch.
I really only had like 20 minutes, and I fed the dogs and I did some other stuff, and
The whole time I envisioned a Tara montage of like scenes playing into her as she's doing mundane tasks.
She's just throwing mulch
just
around,
flashing
and
back
she's
in
just
my
like,
head.
"God damn, those kids getting burnt in that fucking bus."
God damn it. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
you know what keeps flashing
Eat
back
the
into my
tape.
head from the
Eat it.
movie?
Yeah.
Him
is-
holding his blown up dick in his hand.
No,
He blew my dick off.
Not bothered
He's
by
fucking
that.
just
Good, sorry.
no. When the guy's skate is in the toaster and he electrocutes him and he's like, he made me come. That's what keep flashes in my head because I'm like, what the fuck?
That
Like,
was gonna be my what the fuck
'Cause
moment
what-
because I was like,
also, why was his hand of all parts of his body
Burnt.
so charred?
he was holding the skate. I thought.
No, the skate was on his foot. He's like this,
He's trying
you're
to
right.
kick
You're
him.
right. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
and his fucking, and then he
doesn't make any
holds up
sense.
his hand
Unless he was holding
right
the-
before he says the line. He holds up his hand. He's like, ah, and then he looks at his pants and he's like, you made me come. What?
Hey,
One-
whatever floats your boat,
One,
man.
if that's what happened, why would you share it? And in that moment, why was that your priority?
I mean,
of
you're
like,
making sense. I mean,
I know. You know what doesn't?
That's a guy doing this.
This
100% a
movie-
guy going,
I got a great idea. I got a great. Tell him that you came from sticking your ice skate into a
Of
toaster.
being electrocuted. I mean,
Right.
the electrocution made him.
Would that not have? Let's be real. That wouldn't have electrocuted him. He's wearing a shoe that's connected to.
Are you trying to
that.
find reason?
you
Yes.
both have been trying.
No, there's none. I'm not trying to find.
I'm
any
pretty sure
reason.
it would have been grounded because your foot is not touching any metal in a skate. The metal goes into
You
plastic.
want to know who probably would have been electrocuted when it
The hobo.
is the hobo.
Yes. The one holding the metal toaster.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. Also, how long was that cord to the wall? Because he was pretty
I
far
know,
away.
right?
He was sitting on
All
the floor.
toasters are like
Right.
3 feet.
Not
3 foot
even.
cords, if
Yeah.
even. Yeah.
On purpose, so you can't just throw it in the bathtub.
Yeah.
You need an extension.
Do you
I
think,
think-
it's on
I think the
purpose? Do you
cord
think
for
they
my-
used to be longer until people?
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
I think the cord for my toaster is
Didn't
only
even
like
think
this
about it.
big because I think they think it's on a countertop. It's going to plug into the outlet on the countertop.
I got the retractable one. You
Brave
press a
Little
button.
Toaster. That's the next
Nice.
movie. Brave Little Toaster.
Ooh. You know that's hard to find.
I
It
heard
is.
it was very hard to find.
I own
and
it
I
on
don't know
DVD.
why. Oh, it's a great movie.
That's the only reason I could. watch it.
my Plex.
But you know what sucks though is even watching it on the DVD. It's one of those ones where it's just in the middle of the screen.
Well, 4x3.
and
yeah,
I
yeah,
hate
yeah.
that.
You can change it on your TV. You know that.
It just
Yeah, but
stretches
then
it out.
but then
It
it
stretches
cuts.
it.
But yeah, so it either looks skewed or it cuts some of the top and the.
So you
bottom
realize
off
that
of
when
it.
you're watching Friends on HBO Max that they're zooming in.
Yeah, but they fixed it. It's fixed.
It's
Can I tell you how I know
Let's
that?
not
but
Can
it's
I,
zoomed.
can I
a
tell you
little
how I
bit
know
in.
that?
Okay.
Okay. Here
Because I own all of the seasons on DVDs, and those are also in the middle. And when I've done that, when I went back when I used to just watch the DVDs, I would zoom it in, and it would cut off some things that I know that you can normally see. But on HBO Max, it doesn't obnoxiously do that.
So it still zooms in a little bit because what they filmed it on, they own. So you have open matte, right? Basically, meaning that they're cutting down to 4x3
Mhm.
in post because at the time they only had that on TV or whatever.
Yeah.
So original stuff that they filmed, they do have a little bit more to work with. So they're going back, grabbing that. They're zooming in, but not as much
And
as
that's
they
what
would
I mean.
be
That's
with 4x3.
why I'm saying it's not.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as when you put in a movie or something that you have to
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
zoom in.
If you watch Seinfeld on Netflix, or there was a huge thing with The Simpsons on Disney Plus when they first put them on, they zoomed in everything, and you're missing all these scenes.
Well, I don't know why before they put any of the older shows on
Just keep it 4x3.
any of these stream. No,
You have to keep it the
I hate
original.
it.
Yeah, but that's the original way it was broadcast.
It does. It looks weird, but it
does
if
look
not,
weird.
it
And
doesn't distort the image.
can't it also affect your screen?
Depending on your type of TV. Nowadays, not really. You're not going to
Okay.
get burn in and stuff like that. If you have an older TV, a plasma or early LCDs,
we
some
don't have that.
OLEDs can burn in, but
What's the
I think
ratio
that
on
happened.
that ultra wide over there?
what he won by like, oh fuck, I don't even know. It's
9, 10?
something, yeah. Because it's like 24 by
The
5,000.
two HDMI
maybe.
cables in the back of it.
2 DisplayPort cables.
Oh,
Brother.
DP.
Yeah, we'll get 2 DPs in there. Oof. Oof. Anyways, number 9, Prom.
No, 9 was hoodwinked.
No, 10 was Hoodwinked.
Oh, you said 9 before you said.
Did I?
hoodwinked. I'm pretty sure.
Rewind
I-
the tape.
Because I almost
Playback.
I almost said what was 10.
I think you're just dissociating this entire episode with not paying
She
attention. to
checked
anything.
out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A
I don't
long
bl-
time
I don't
ago.
blame So number 9 was Prom. That was a like horror type movie in which people at the prom got killed.
Brittany Snow.
Wasn't that good?
Kind of like
But
Very
she prob-
definitive
you prob-
title.
Yeah, you probably watched this more watch Prom more than that. The movie we're talking about.
I think she would watch
I thought it was
anything on
Prom
this list.
Night. Is it just Prom?
There's
The
two.
one I'm thinking of is, I thought was Prom Night.
Is that the one Jennifer Lawrence? Wasn't Jennifer Lawrence in one of those?
I don't know. Let's see. What is Prom?
Not Jennifer Lawrence,
Brittany
but Megan
Snow.
Fox. Sorry.
Brittany Snow was.
Oh
in,
shit! Prom is a Disney movie.
yeah. No. That's new.
No, that
Probably
came
a lot
out.
of them.
That came out 2011.
There's another one.
Let me look here. Let me look.
I have to say the horror one I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure is Prom
So this
Night.
isn't a horror movie. Yeah, you're
that
right.
the-
You're right. You're
Is
right.
that the one I was trying
So hold on. There's
Megan Fox
no. Yeah,
isn't in it,
that's
but
definitely the Disney Prom. Yeah, a group of teenagers get ready for their high school prom.
no idea what that is. But Prom Night is where
Correct,
a
correct.
slasher
Yeah,
gets out of jail that night, and
You're
he I guess tried to kill Brittany Snow or her family when she was younger, and he got out the night of her prom night or escaped the night of her prom night.
Hmm.
Goes after her and her friends.
Number 8, Soul Surfer.
Yeah.
No idea.
It's about the girl. I can't remember her real name.
She lost her arm.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
the shark attack, but
Mm.
keeps surfing.
Oh.
With her
It's
soul.
it's a true story.
Nice.
Shouldn't it be
I
called
can't remember
like
her name.
one
Bethany something.
Don't do it.
arm surfer?
No, I think it's.
How do you swim
I think her
fast
name's
enough?
Beth. I think her
Ghost
name's
arm
Bethany
swimmer?
something. Well, that's what she had
Surfer?
to do. She had to
Soul surfer.
because she was a surfer beforehand. That's how she lost her
It's hard
arm.
to
but
fucking paddle in with 2 arms,
Right,
let alone.
right.
I'm pretty sure she still does it.
What if she got one of those little fans? You know, like the electronic fans. You just put it in.
Like a propeller.
yeah.
God damn it.
But I think she like.
She hooks it onto
I
her
saw-
stump. And
I did see the movie. They did, I think, get her a prosthetic and stuff, but I don't think she like it was uncomfortable. Like it
I'm
kept
sure it was.
bothering her, so she just tried to figure it out without.
So Mythbusters did this thing where they were doing a can you survive like a blast that goes off in the water and then no, look at that. It's probably fine. Yeah. Can you
All of our faces are really funny.
I did that, yeah. Can
That was
you surf a wave from a bomb that explodes in the water is what they did. So they made this like
Up with that? Who thinks about that?
Dudes.
yeah.
Oh
100%.
god.
How amazing would that be? This bomb's about to go
Yeah.
off. Let's surf it.
Escape from LA kind
Right.
of shit.
Yeah.
Like,
That sounds like one of those things, like the little memes where it's like he's probably thinking about other girls, and then it shows the thing
Never.
is,
Yeah,
I wonder
it's
if you
never.
could surf a wave that was caused by an underwater explosion.
yeah,
That-
there's
like-
no dude out there. There's probably a couple, but we
There's
are
probably more
thinking
than
If
about
you ever
the
see me and
weirdest
him
shit.
doing this,
It's never girls.
I'm thinking about something
Yeah.
completely non-related to anything.
Like if you
that's
had a
going
sword,
on.
could you take on a tiger?
Oh,
Right.
100%.
You know.
100%.
or can this monster truck jump off this building, but like then ride the building down it
Last night,
while going faster?
laying in
sorry.
bed, I was
Yeah.
like, I built my bed at a very tall height,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Height.
if I fell
Height.
fell off this bed, would it be better if I caught myself or just smack the ground? Like,
Oh,
because
I
I
get
feel
what
like
you're
I'm at
saying.
an age now where if I
If you
try
catch
to-
yourself, your
No,
joints will go.
I think it's
Something's
better to
gone-
just hit the ground.
yeah.
You just let it eat.
That's what
Because
we're
that's the
thinking
biggest
about.
part of it. I mean, it would all hit.
But
Yeah.
also, if you tried to do a test, right, you couldn't do a test like one after one because the first test you do could fuck you up. So
Sure.
that second
It's
test
not
could
a
make
risk.
you worse.
You can't
But
risk
there's
it.
also
Right.
there's also a difference between like rolling off the bed when you're like asleep or something and purposely rolling off because you would have to fight your instincts to try to catch
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah. I'm a professional faller. I've been doing it for years. I feel like I can make that split decision, and I think it depends. If my face was in jeopardy, I think I would try to at least
Stop
turn
yourself.
a little bit.
or
But if
something.
not, I'm just gonna thump.
So there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna randomly show up to your house in the middle of the night and just
Steve's
shove your
"Shut
ass.
up."
Steve, ah!
Dicks out, go. Anyways, what I was trying to get to, they made this surfboard robot where they had these like arms that were wood that would flap like this.
Oh,
So it was
Jesus.
almost like. So I was thinking the Soul Surfer could get one of those on
Just
the
on the
side
one
of
side.
it. Yeah.
Just fucking put a motor on your.
That's or that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have those. I forget the names of them, but the pump
Yeah.
where you pump. I can't remember the name.
I'm
That's
also
cool.
not getting back in the water if
You get hit by
If
a
a
shark.
shark rips my
I'm
arm
not
off,
getting back in the water.
unless I know where that shark's gonna be,
I'm pretty sure
And I'm gonna
that's
go
where
after it.
Soul Surfer comes from. Is like she.
you mother.
It's like literally part of her. So she was
I
like,
would-
I'm not giving it up.
Dude,
Like
if
I'm
I could
going
do
back
that-
into it. But
I would.
Would you
do
take his
that.
fin off and be like 1 for 1, bitch, and then you eat it in front?
you went one too far.
See, we Hobo with a
Okay.
shotgun.
One too far.
This is
This
gets a good conversation here.
I
Do
mean,
you think
why
you
would
can
you not?
handle a shark with a knife in the water?
no.
There's no way.
I've seen Deep Blue Sea. I know that move, right? Where they're
That's-
coming at you.
that's-
Yeah,
You do the
yeah,
whoosh and get around it,
That's
and then
harder probably than
Than a
a
tiger
sword
with a
with
sword,
a tiger.
right?
Yeah. A knife.
I
Because
definitely
also
think
you
it's-
don't have all of your like
Yeah, you're
you
in
can't
the water.
stab with all your normal force in the water either.
So the question is, would you rather fight 1-on-1, 1v1, a great white shark in the
I
ocean,
feel like it's sad that we've done this
or
2
a
episodes in a row.
giant
I
tiger
think it's awesome.
hand to hand?
Hand to hand, no weapon?
Wait.
Okay.
Wait. Great
You
white
hit-
shark. Give me the weapons and the
All
animals.
right, you have a Bowie knife that's like a 6-inch Bowie knife for each.
Shh.
But shark, great white shark in the water.
In the water.
Tiger
obviously.
on land.
Tiger.
Tiger.
Who you fight?
100%
Tiger.
tiger.
You
You're
think
crazy.
you're gonna have a better chance eating that tiger or eating?
Yeah, we
or
can
I'm not
winning.
eating it. I'm
No,
not
get-
eating anything. I'm not
Them
eating
eating
Is this a
anything.
survival situation? Because that changes
Sorry,
everything.
I'm thinking about eating fucking shark fin over here.
Tiger,
I think-
100%, dude.
I think you have a better chance against the shark. And
You're
the reason,
crazy.
The reason
You know how much
for
they
it,
weigh and how fast they are?
the
A
reason
shark is
for
only
it,
attacking you with its mouth. It doesn't have claws and other limbs and stuff.
It
also,
attacks you from the
also,
bottom up.
a shark isn't actually trying to eat you, because the shark doesn't know what you are.
Oh, it depends on the shark.
A
It
fucking
might
tiger.
be trying to eat you.
depends on
you
the shark.
fucking-
That's what I'm saying. So if we're going 1 versus 1, it's nature. Unless we're saying it's literally you're in a cage and it's a death match, and that shark and that tiger knows they've been.
If I was a lion,
Like-
I would swim out into the ocean, and you were a
Oh,
tuna,
here
I
we
would
go.
swim out into the ocean. I would eat you.
Done.
You want to? You want to do this?
1v1, if they both know that this is a fight to the death, I'm still going shark.
I think it.
Yeah,
it-
it depends
what
if it's in
kind
land
of
or
shark?
water.
Great white shark.
This is completely
No.
different. We have to. We're
No.
not water.
No, yeah.
We're not built for water. Why would you say that?
you
This
would
be a good
probably
idea?
pass out before you would beat that shark.
Let's be real.
You would
or,
drown
either
before
or,
before the shark would eat you, probably.
Either or, all of us are gonna die. Doesn't matter which we're fighting.
Sure.
That
I still
no
think
no you.
that if I was me and a tiger and I had a sword,
I
He
got
didn't
one
say
shot.
sword.
I
He
had-
said knife.
I
6-inch
know,
knife.
but I'm just speaking from previous. I think I have a 10%
Higher
chance, 10% chance of maybe living.
But with the shark, 0.
The shark, there's no. You can give me a sword in there.
All right,
I'm
I
sinking
got,
to the bottom.
Okay, wait. I have
Go for it.
thinking about the claws scratching me is making me want to change my mind because that sounds really, really, really.
Yo, dude,
painful.
I'll take it any day of the
But
week.
because here's the thing,
I
because
claw
here's
him.
what I'm trying to think, the force I feel like that you would need to get that knife into the shark. They've got thick skin.
Yeah, it's
To
pretty
get
much
to
teeth.
get that shark or to get that knife into the shark, I personally don't think I in the water would have enough force to do that. Is why I went tiger. But I think if you could get a nice jab into its gills and or eye, I think you would have a chance.
She,
Gills-
she
gills are
doesn't
nothing,
like
man.
Hobo with a shotgun.
No. Last question.
Give me some more of these.
Last question.
Okay.
Would you rather fight a great white shark or a killer whale?
A killer whale.
Sure about that?
Yeah, because
great
the
white
one
shark. Because I'm gonna die with either, and I don't want to get fucking played with by
no,
an orca.
because here's why. Because here's
Killer-
why. Nope.
Oh, okay.
There's no argument here. And I'll tell you why. Do you know how smart orcas are?
Mhm.
They know that we are not
Oh no, they know that this is to the death.
so you're saying
We talked to the great white shark. We
the
talked
orca
in
also
their-
knows it's a battle. That's
we
what you're
talked
saying.
in the orca speak, and the orca. They know.
Clip it. Orca
That's orca speak. Orca. Like what
Yes.
the fuck?
Dude, someone do a dolphin. Does anyone do the?
or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's that. Yeah. Did you just go?
I don't
what
know
the
what
fuck
it
is
is.
that? That's like
You think I
clicking
speak
sounds.
these notes? Yeah. What I'm saying is, killer whales eat great white sharks. So I'm fighting that great
They-
white.
Okay.
And also, they just
Also,
fucking
swallow me whole and
play
I'll come
with
out from the
things.
inside.
They like to use you to teach their young. So if they were trying to kill you, there's the shit I've seen them
All I'm gonna
do.
say, you changed it when you said you explained to the orca that it was a battle. But what I'm gonna say is there are only like 2 recorded attacks ever by orcas in the wild on people, and then you look at the attacks on humans by sharks. Even if you just look at attacks on human by great white sharks and not other sharks, exponentially more.
Which one do you think you can train faster to be a companion?
An orca? Are you joking?
But what would
We
be
just talked
tiger
about their
or an
brains.
orca?
Orcas have literally, unfortunately, been trained to
tiger.
perform.
Yeah, tigers, 100%. Yeah, you're crazy, dude.
How many tigers are in circuses?
And they attack their trainers.
So does orcas.
Yeah.
No, they
100%.
don't.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
No.
they do.
I'll show you many videos.
Yeah, those.
A bunch.
I'm talking about
Those.
No,
How about we
yes,
don't put
at those
anything
places,
in cages?
I don't think arguing the
Let 'em run
circus was
wild.
the
And
right
Well, I'm not
argument.
saying
together.
cages. It's just you and your buddy, your newly found friend.
How cool would that be?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's-
here's-
you ride this
You're
orca off in the
saying
sunset, dude. How
you
much
could
fun
train
would
a
that be?
tiger that you just found, not
Or an
raised. You just
orca I
came
just
across.
You've never seen
No,
people
that's-
just finding like baby raccoons and now they're sitting on their couches.
I'm trying to
eating
get rid of the
popcorn,
baby
like,
part.
With
I'm-
their little
no,
thumbs.
no, no.
Their cute little thumbs.
He didn't say.
Give me more popcorn.
He didn't say. That's what I'm saying. He didn't say raise and be a companion. He said found and turn into it. So this is what I'm trying to get down to. You're saying you're out in the water, you find an adult orca. You're out in the jungle, you find an adult tiger.
Yeah,
Which
I
one
don't-
is more trainable? Is that what you're asking?
That tiger could be tight as shit and be like, "What's
Yeah.
up, bro?"
Bull.
I
Let's
don't.
be
I don't
friends."
think.
Bull.
I
Do you
don't-
know how many people you've seen swimming with orcas in the water just because they're like, I'm not going to eat them?
But
A
those-
tiger will attack you.
Those are also brought in. Any
What?
animal that they're swimming with has been brought in
No.
from a young age.
You're talking
No,
like
no, 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 no.
dolphins.
I'm talking about in
sure
the
where
wild
the
when there are
fucking
people on
shit
their
I eat.
paddle boards and stuff that orcas are checking them out and they're like, oh, that's not food. So they're just out there swimming alongside of them.
But they could fuck you up.
They
I-
could.
I-
What
Right.
I'm
They'd
saying
be
is
like,
that
"What's this?"
I don't think an orca in
Yeah.
the wild is going to let me try to companion him up.
No. He'd be like, "Get away from that blowhole." Like, what are you doing?
I don't think a tiger would
Okay,
either, but I think a tiger
clearly
is more
there's
likely.
one of the three of us who watches way more wildlife stuff than the other two.
I know David.
And it's
I
me.
actually think I've watched more than all of you.
There's no
probably.
way.
No, I'm being serious.
I was literally just watching videos about orcas yesterday.
I watch them all the time too.
And I'm telling you,
I go to the Natural History
if
Museum
you
all the
encounter a
time.
tiger in the wild versus
In the wild.
encountering a orca in the wild by a chance meeting,
Okay.
you have a better chance with that orca than you do with that tiger.
Okay.
Is
That's
what I'm
not
saying.
what I'm talking about, but okay.
Would that not contribute into
I'm
making it a
talking about
companion?
making a companion.
If you have a better chance of survival with one than
Look,
the other, wouldn't
look,
that
look,
contribute
I'm
to deciding
I'm
which
not
one you could
talking
make into a
about,
companion?
I'm gonna punch this animal into submission
That's
to where
not
it's.
what I'm saying.
It maybe if I feed it a little bit, I
You think you'd have
I
a
could-
chance to feed it? A
Maybe?
chance
I
encounter
don't
on a
know.
tiger?
This is hypothetical, but I feel like a tiger would be more tangible as a fun companion than a orca would be. Strictly on the fact that they're out in the wild, they're completely dominant. I mean, tigers are too, but at least it's on the same
I
place
got an
I
idea.
run around at, you know?
How cool would it be if you had a tiger shark as your companion?
Actually, the worst.
pretty
'cause
dangerous, dude.
They're the ones that will just
no,
bite
no,
you to
I'm
bite
saying-
you.
They're like right above bull sharks.
You're able.
They're
You're able.
under.
Hold on.
They're right under great whites for the amount of kills that they've had, but they're one of those sharks that don't give a fuck. Like
It's
they
the
will just.
That's
Correction
why you want
factor.
him on your team, is what I'm saying.
But,
so
less,
if you
but
could,
less coachable, less
yeah.
likely to be trained.
right. But we're gonna invent this like device that can talk to all animals, and we can be like, "Yo, I'm your bro. I'm here. Let's chill." And he's gonna be like, "Hell yeah, dude. Let's fucking do this." And we're just gonna be out there
Where-
holding fin in hand.
Where
just
are you going to
swimming.
use your tiger shark to attack people?
I never said I was
it
gonna
needs
attack
water.
people.
Yeah.
I said we're gonna be swimming together.
I am just strictly companion buddies.
That's what I'm saying. I'll go visit
Let's
him
go fucking.
at his
let's
timeshare,
hang
wherever
out.
it's
In
at.
the out in the water.
Yeah, well, he'll
His
come into
timeshare in
the he'll come into the low shore, and we'll be like, "Yo, what do you want to do today?" And we'll be like, "I want to swim." Of course you do. You're a tiger shark. Let's go swim.
All I'm saying
And then I'd
is,
throw him some like
when
some
you look
fishies,
at
and those
like
fishies can talk too. So be like, "No, don't." I'm like, "Fuck you." And then
when you look at like the lists, for example,
the
okay.
list of how
For
Hobo with a
example-
shotgun turned into tiger shark is
Oh,
my
terrible.
friend.
This is
Yeah.
a big detour.
When you look at the list, for example, of like the most trainable dogs,
Sure.
Not a dashhound.
it's because the ones
Not
that
a
are at the
weirdo.
top of the list, it's always explained because their intelligent level is higher.
The harder to train are intelligent level higher. Yes.
No.
Yes. The smarter the dog, the harder it is to train because they're smart.
Border Collies are number 2 on the intelligent list, and they are one of the most trainable dog breeds.
They're also stubborn because they're so smart.
That doesn't make them less trainable.
Yes, if you're stubborn, you're
They
less
are
trainable.
one of the most. That's why they use Border Collies for so
Border
many
Well,
things.
they're pack-
collies,
they're pack
labs.
dogs because they want to
Labs are
German
are
Shepherds.
Not. Labs are not.
Labs are
Golden
dumb,
retrievers.
but they
Labs
can
are-
be trained well because they're dumb.
But
The dumber you are, the
border
easier it is to
collies
train
are
you.
not only at the top of the
food.
of the
Do
train-
whatever.
are not only near the top of the trainable list, but near the top of the intelligence list. I say this to say, an orca
Get that intelligence list up, Steve. I'm
I
curious.
don't know. I'm
Has-
curious too. Yeah. not saying you're wrong at all.
border
not saying
collies
you're wrong at
and
all.
poodles are actually at the top of the list of dog intelligence.
Poodles are dicks. Every
Because they're
poodle I
probably-
met are
probably because they're
dicks.
so smart. But border collies
I'm saying.
are a herding breed, so they need to be a little stubborn and because they have to.
Yeah. So my dad,
Same with like
my
Australian
parents-
shepherds and
My
stuff.
parents bred them, so there's a bunch of Australian shepherds. Sorry, they have a bunch of them. There's
Mhm.
3 older
So
ones.
these
my
are
dad has
saying
one.
that the top 5 are like the same, but they can't rank them, kind of thing. And it's saying, yeah, poodle, border collie, German shepherd, golden retriever, pinscher, and then dachshund's like 8, but it doesn't matter because it's like top 10 to 5. They're saying is all very close to being the same.
Intelligence.
Yeah, yeah. So it's hard to be like this one's smarter than the other, but yeah. So again, though, it does even say here that it's considered most reliable. Blah 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 blah. Smarter the dog breed, the harder it is to train, but they can be trained and I can't say that word. Pyrenees, Pyrenees,
Pyrenees? Like the dog.
Pyrenees, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Include the Pyrenees Shepherd, whatever. Doesn't matter. Back to what we're here to talk about.
No, if you
No,
have
I'm
an
not done.
orca-
I got to get my point across because my dogs are
All I
smart.
meant was that orcas are smarter. So I feel like if you're looking for a companion, orcas don't want to eat people, they don't want to kill people, and they're smart. So I feel like if you're looking for which one you can make a companion easier, it's the orca.
Sound logic.
A tiger, you're
from
gonna have
Tara.
to really fight through that
I'm a cat. Give
I'm
me-
a killer cat.
I'm pretty sure you're not gonna really train any of them
No, you're
if
right.
they're in the
You're right.
wild.
You're right.
But
Based
I
off
think
of
I have
coolness,
a better chance of training a tiger
Okay.
he's
because
saying
of
him.
my personal skills that I have.
He's saying
What
him.
are they?
I don't think I could
The
go out
mane?
and swim in the
Mane?
ocean,
Right.
find an orca,
Right.
Why do you have to
the-
be in the water for them to
able-
be trained or companions?
in a boat. I don't think I have the supplies to do it.
I don't like doing this.
I
all the
think
time
I
in a
could
boat.
find chickens and stuff for a
Chickens?
tiger. Get him in a
Eat this,
pen,
not me.
and then maybe eventually become buddies, and maybe die shortly afterwards from trying to get too close.
But it would be fun. I've seen Tiger
I think
King.
you get close.
I'm never going to financially recover from this. Number
Oh,
7.
Isn't that suck when that happens? When you watch something you'll never recover from it.
I'm never gonna financially.
Number 7. Speaking of never financially recovering from this because he did, Medea's Big Happy Family. Have you seen his Big Happy
Oh.
house?
Have you seen his
Tyler
big
Perry.
happy compound?
That's what I'm saying. Oh
It's
my God.
ridiculous.
Imagine getting to your house and then going, well, I'll see you in 20 minutes because that's how fucking long my driveway is.
Yeah. Well, let me go to my other house
Or
this other house.
I forgot my phone in the car, in the garage. See you in a half hour.
At the other house.
Well, no, because I got to walk to the other side of the house where my fucking car is. Fuck that. But also, I'm so rich that
It's
I'll
kinda
see you in
cool.
30 minutes because my
It's
phone's
kinda
on the
cool.
other side of the house.
That's kind of
Wild.
cool.
Number 6,
I low key love the Medea movie. Sorry.
Water for Elephants.
Sounds like an artsy fartsy movie.
It is.
Also,
It's,
how cool would it be to be
Robert
like,
Pattinson
fucking
and
elephant trainer
Witherspoon.
guy who
While we're
like,
talking
you
about
know, elephants,
elephants, be fun animal.
and they're also very intelligent.
They,
That's a lot of cleanup.
elephants never forget.
Though. That's a
They,
lot of
they
cleanup.
mourn their dead. No, hey, you just shit over there.
They do mourn their dead. It's very sad.
Yeah. Do you know you can squeeze water out of their dung in a survival situation?
Because there's a lot.
It's also very flammable, just in case you need to start a fire.
The more you know.
Now you do. Watch a lot of
So if you were a
animal
hobo
shows.
in Africa,
You'd be
If you
eating
were-
that shit,
you'd
boy.
know
Yeah,
what to
fucking,
do
yeah,
for
yeah.
water.
What defines a hobo
Guano.
not having a home?
Oh,
If a home doesn't have a cover over top of it, what if you're just sleeping out in the fucking
I
What
feel
if
like you got to have.
this circle of sticks is my home? Are you still homeless?
I think
Also,
a home
what if
has
you've
to have an
chosen-
address.
What if you've chosen?
Just saying.
Meet me out left next to the fucking willow tree.
1, 2, 3, willow tree, because there's 2 over there.
If you've chosen though to
Done.
live in the wilderness, is the stigma the same? Like
Yeah,
you've
you're
chosen
homeless.
to
You're
be that
homeless still.
person,
You're,
But that's your home.
but you're homeless.
but you chose it.
My home's
But you,
the
you
wild.
chose to be homeless, so you are.
But if you think it's your home,
But does it have an address?
to you it's not. You're not less home.
Are you paying taxes on the property?
You're gonna make a left at the big boulder.
If you hit the train tracks, you've gone too far.
37 steps.
Technically, I'm not paying taxes on a property.
Are you renting?
I live in a house that has Carrick's name on it, so am I homeless?
Oh, fucking wheeling and
But
dealing
you
over here.
have a ID that has an address tied to it.
Sure.
And that
All
would
right.
be your
Can you guys
primary
stop
domicile.
lawyering each
Put
other
any
for 2
address
seconds?
on
can.
an ID.
But the government then has to say,
Do hobos have IDs?
oh, okay. If you get a government an ID
That's a good way to be homeless.
and you're a homeless person, what do you put on for address? Probably your last known address? Do you have a P.O.
it's
box?
a weird concept, right?
Do you think
Someone
homeless?
else's
I know.
homeless
I know.
are?
There's a lot of homeless people are from. There's homeless people from like Canada and stuff like that can't get their citizenship,
Right.
Or they can't get any kind of ID, so they just
Yeah,
stay
because you
homeless here.
can't. You have to have proof of address. And
Do you
stuff.
think
So-
homeless people have P.O. boxes?
Do you need a license for a PO box? I'm
Probably
sure you
not.
do, right?
No.
You don't?
They're
I
probably
can't remember
still
last time
shopping
I had
on
a P.O.
Amazon.
box.
Where do you think
No,
they're getting them?
I just have a mailbox.
We-
So I don't.
We have a lot to
I just have
learn.
everything shipped to
This
my
movie
house.
didn't teach us shit about homeless people.
They
It
just-
did the exact
They're
opposite.
just angry, fucking bum fighting. Number 5, Rio.
Why are there
Great
so
movie.
many
Great movie. I think May is.
adolescent movies on this
This
I
is
list?
think
May, so
spring.
this is early spring.
yeah, I think spring's always been a big
Yeah.
time for movies like that.
There's been
But
like 4, like
Rio's
like
adorable and it's
adolescent
great. Music,
movies.
top tier.
Number 4.
Is Rio the one with Johnny Depp?
No, that was
Rio's the
lizard
bird one.
Rio's the bird one.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
thinking
which one's
of
the
Django.
Django. Rango.
Rango, yes,
Django is
Rango.
different. That's something else.
Number 4, Something Borrowed.
Dun dun dun.
That's a good movie.
Is it?
Yeah, I think people forget about that rom-com all the time.
What is it?
Something borrowed. And it's not
Sounds
a
like
good
balls.
movie in that the plot is shitty. And by the plot is shitty, I mean she's in love with the person that her best friend is marrying.
Gotcha. So flip flop
like,
these two movies.
better than
That
Hobo
is
so
shitty.
us watching that movie, we would be having the same qualms with it that you have with this movie.
There's plenty of entertaining and funny parts in Something Borrowed.
So
Like John
there isn't Hobo
Krasinski, John
in this
Krasinski
Hobo.
is in it, and he's hilarious in it. He's so funny.
I
So
do
is the
think
Hobo in
if
this.
you
No,
could
he's not.
find what supposedly is a rom-com that has terrible dialogue and acting and maybe in a little bit, I think I'd probably label this how you would label that how you label Hobo with
Sure.
a shotgun.
Yeah,
Top
It's just
3.
hard
it'd
for
have
me
to
to
be real
digest.
bad. Yeah, I mean it
Yeah.
would have to be
Even
real
good
bad.
ones are hard for me to digest at times. Like,
Top 3 that week, no particular order. Then you guys got to guess.
sure,
Jumping the Broom,
I don't even know what that is.
Fast 5,
it's not even in the top 10.
Thor.
Are we shocked by
Oh,
that? Are you
I'm
surprised?
not at all. Not at all. Do it again. Do the 3 again.
Jumping the Broom, Fast 5.
What is Jumping the Broom?
Thor? All right, let me look it up.
I'm gonna go Thor jumping the broom, or sorry, Thor Fast 5 jumping the
Well,
broom.
that's what I was gonna say, but I don't even know
Yeah.
what Jumping the Broom is.
I don't know.
Let me read it.
It's probably a
Let me read it.
It's probably a sexual maneuver.
Is it like a witch?
Two very
movie?
different families converge on Martha's Vineyard one weekend for a wedding, and it is a what's the right word to say a Medea type movie?
Tyler Perry movie.
It's
A
not.
BET movie.
Sure, there you go.
Sure.
Paula Patton, Laz Alonso, Angela Bassett, Loretta Devine, Megan Good, Tasha Smith,
It's just
Julie
a-
Bowen,
It's just a movie.
DeRay Davis, Mike Epps, Romeo Miller, Lil Romeo.
It's just a movie.
But
We
it's
just call it a movie. A movie. It's not a genre. It's just a movie.
Oh, is it whitewashed?
it's the opposite.
Okay. Is there a name for that?
There is one white person in this movie, and her name is Julie Bowen, and I like Julie Bowen.
Is there a name for a token
I'm
white
trying to
person?
see. I'm trying if there's anything. The comedy drama.
Those movies are hilarious, by the way. Out of all rom-coms that I do watch,
I don't
they're my
know how
favorite.
The Amazing Spider-Man is related to that movie, but it's saying it is. Like if you
And
like
this is
you'll also
jumping
like
the
this.
broom.
Jumping the broom. I don't know what that means with.
My order still stands.
So you're saying
Thor.
Thor number
Fast,
1, Fast 5, and then Broom, and you're
Yep.
saying the same thing,
Yeah,
and you
that's what I was
guys
gonna say.
are correct.
Shocking.
Very
Might be the easiest one we've had.
probably. This was like the worst top 10 we've had actually in a while.
Look, this might be the worst of the worsts that
Maybe.
we've done.
Maybe.
Like when it comes to terrible movies and terrible well, The first Thor, I was not a big fan of, if I'm being honest.
It's a very by the numbers type movie that when you go back and
Sure.
watch, you're like, okay, I'm okay with it.
Is it just me or that one? Chris Hemsworth looks completely like a different human.
It's the fake beard, number one.
Yeah.
And he wasn't
Even
as
like his hair and
I love
it was
him.
fake. It was a wig, so he just
everything was
looked,
just
he
so
looked
weird,
different.
wild looking.
Anyways, Hobo with a Shotgun opened at number 73, but only in 2 theaters.
Oh, okay.
So, not to say that it would have lived up to anything, but being only released in 2 theaters in America isn't really doing
Sure.
justice to it.
Yeah, that was its fault.
Again, not saying it would have been better in more
I
theaters.
actually think
but
if it did go, it would probably been a lot better.
I think if
Just for shock and awe. I don't even think any movie theaters would have fucking have allowed it. It's too much.
But look at Inglourious
I think
Bastards.
It's too much.
That movie has the same violence in
No,
it. It
no,
has
it's
the
not.
same
Doesn't
language.
It's not the
no,
same.
it's not the same.
It's-
You tell me there's not blood and fucking beating people up and
Sure,
shit.
there's that in a lot of movies. The
Right.
Patriot is full of blood and gore,
But
but
not-
This is you got it. This is in its own thing.
You're
Steve.
right,
You
you're
know
right,
it's
you're
in
right,
its
you're
own thing.
All right. Budget
you
time.
also
What
have
do we-
Inglourious Bastards. You have big name actors and
Well,
good
yeah.
dialogue. And,
So Brad
and
Pitt was the hobo with the shotgun.
clever,
Is this
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
any better?
not with the same dialogue.
Exact same
and-
movie, just as Brad Pitt.
No, not with the same.
But with
not
more-
with the same script and the.
But more people would see it, and you probably went and saw it in theaters.
No, I wouldn't have.
It's Brad
In
Pitt.
theaters, no,
It's Brad Pitt.
no. That's
If
not.
Jennifer Aniston was in it as the chick who like gets blood poured over her in the beginning,
no,
you wouldn't be like, yeah, let's go.
no.
Friends.
You think you throw Brad Pitt in a movie and that's all I
I
need?
said Jennifer Aniston. Ryan,
After
if
you
Ryan
said that.
Reynolds was in this movie, you would go.
There's got to be.
Look, she's
There's
not.
gotta be a
She
line
doesn't want
somewhere.
to answer it. Would it change the movie for you? Seriously, if Ryan Reynolds was the main the hobo,
If he did as bad of a job,
if he's Ryan
You
Reynolds
wouldn't know
in every
until
movie,
you saw it.
right?
Steve's saying like if you're like, oh, this is the movie, I might want to go see it because of this.
are you
person.
asking if I would see it or
Yeah.
if I
Not
would
knowing
if it
anything
would
about it
change
right
the
now.
movie?
if
Because that's what you said. If it would
if the
change
trailer
things for
comes
me.
out and it goes Ryan
That's what he
Reynolds
said.
as hobo with a shotgun, like he is the hobo in the movie. That's it. That's all you see. Are you going to see it?
I mean, I still don't think I would see it in theaters.
So any
If
movie
he-
that comes
if-
out with
if
Ryan Reynolds,
you put Ryan Reynolds in that role and he's got his Deadpool personality and dialogue, I would see that movie.
oh, that would be a good movie.
That would be a good movie.
How funny would it be if they
Because
just
Deadpool
hold
killed
on.
a lot of fucking
It's
people
kind
too.
Hold
of
on.
Deadpool.
They just remake this movie, and it's literally just him in the Deadpool suit. But he's playing like he's a hobo. Because think about it. Deadpool is a meta thing that's breaking the fourth wall, right?
all the time.
Literally, he's just going into this movie and remaking the same movie, but he's in the Deadpool suit. But no one knows it. No one sees it. He's just putting
There's
a
still a
hood
lot
on,
of other stuff to fix.
obviously.
I mean, still there's a lot of stuff. But my point was earlier is that it didn't matter who was in it because it's
Okay,
really
okay.
bad.
Okay.
Would I have been more inclined to watch it? Yeah. But if everything was still the
I think-
same other than the actor, it's
You
still a
wouldn't
shit
have not
movie.
known anything but the trailer and the actor, so you probably wouldn't hate it as much
Right.
until you went and saw it.
No, that's what I mean, watching it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
if the movie itself was still, if everything was the same, but
Just Ryan Reynolds is doing the
what
same
Ryan
dialogue,
Reynolds,
yeah.
same dialogue and everything, no, it's still a shit movie.
Yes, it is.
On
mean,
the
that-
plus side, at least I would have gotten some fucking eye candy out of this.
I mean, even that voice.
I got
movie, though,
nothing
is,
out of
is
this. I
Still
got
kind of
nothing.
like this too. Kind of just shitty and meh.
What?
That Voices movie that he was in.
Yeah, you cut women's heads off, put them in the fridge.
But what I'm saying, it's
It's
like
fucked up
kind of
movie.
just like as well. Like even with him in it, it's not like he's doing a great job
Yeah,
in it either.
I like that movie though.
But is it because Ryan Reynolds in it? Put anybody
No.
else in that movie, would you like it?
If they could carry the movie like he did, yeah.
Okay.
The thing what I
think
like
so.
about the movie is the quirkiness of it. Like
Okay.
while it's a fucked up movie, like it's also like has the with the dog and cat and Anna Kendrick's little like oblivious.
I have
love
problems
for him,
getting
like-
past who he is in his roles most of the time.
because he's just Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, well, he does great dramatic acting. He does phenomenal dramatic, but it's really hard for me. That's the only time I'm taken away from his
Yeah.
Deadpool
Because you're
demeanor,
watching him,
you know?
you're like, when's the joke coming?
Yeah, but he gets like I watched that movie that he put out on Netflix where he was he jumped time.
Project
something.
Yeah. And there was a scene in there where he got kind of. I was like, you know what? He's got some chops.
You know about the one with the little boy?
Yeah.
Do you know that one of the reasons that little boy was hired is because he can do the full opening dialogue of Deadpool?
Yeah. It's really good.
Hasn't done anything since.
They actually, it was on one of the junket for the press junket for that movie, and one of the interviews they did, they had him reciting it, and when they were getting to a lot of like the F-bombs and a lot of inappropriate stuff in the thing, a lot of the other actors that were sitting on the couch while he was doing it were like, oh my God, because they were like, it sounds so bad with the kids saying it, but.
Yeah.
Let's get through this as quick as we can.
Sure.
Okay.
But budget.
I keep getting, since we've been sitting here, I've gotten like 5 of like those messages from random like 5-digit numbers, and they've all been different.
Your numbers went out. It's been given out.
What did you do recently to like in like did you put out anything to like, hey, I want to try something? Or
No.
The new videos
I haven't even put my phone number in anything or anything. No.
Only feats?
No new ones.
Just all the same ones still.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta get on things. People want new content.
I'm busy.
Appreciate it. Budget time. What do we think it costs to make this movie?
$5 million, if that. Probably not even that.
$60,000.
They went to Taco Bell and they said, all right, everybody gets one thing off the menu.
They literally, it cost nothing. They used everything they had lying around. They went to an abandoned town that they could destroy everything, and they used their own clothes, and,
Can we at least say that some of the effects, the like
$250,000.
The
That's
fake,
as far
the
as
fake,
I'm going.
The fake bodies and shit look pretty decent. Even the fake Rob Wells head looked pretty decent.
Steve, you can say whatever you want.
$250,000.
I think it looked pretty good. All right,
That's it.
I guess $5 million as well. It's $3 million.
Oh, okay.
A little more. All right.
Sure.
I thought this was like Phone a Friend movie.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I thought it was. Like, hey, I know this guy.
I need a favor.
I need to know. I need to know where the budget went.
Used to do fucking Blade Runner.
I need an itemized.
Rutger Hauer probably.
I need an itemized like receipt. I need a breakdown of where that.
We'll probably have more
went.
than one shotgun, right? You got to have more than one just in case one
Jesus
breaks.
Christ.
So that's
it's all the special effects.
It's at least $50 more there. Yeah, the special effects. I think Rutger Hauer probably is the guy that took most of that money. He is somewhat of a big actor.
I wonder if one of them called out a percentage, because I feel like he would have made a fuck ton of money in the end if he did. Because I feel like once this became cult,
maybe,
and people knew about
DVD sales. Well, what do we think it made in its box office run, opening at number 73?
I don't even want to give you an answer for this because I'm going to be upset if it's a lot of money. So.
Fucking ain't shit.
Ain't shit. That's a number.
What is that?
$1 million. $1
million.
$1 million.
$1 million.
It's like asking for a $1 billion.
Gigaplex. Good. What is it?
She's got a guess. I don't want to.
Stop acting like we're pulling teeth.
There's plenty of movies. I was gonna say there's plenty of movies you picked that I don't like.
It's fun to say a movie sucks, Tara. Have fun saying it sucks.
I don't know what to say that it made because I don't know like when it would have made money.
It might not have. It might have lost a fucking shit ton of money.
I'm gonna say 12.
12 what?
Million.
$12 million.
I'm giving it just in I don't know what happened after it was released.
Sure. So opening weekend it made $12,000.
Oh, that's why you said that. That's why you went 12 because
Because you said 12.
Yeah.
Overall it made $834,000.
Wow. Less than $1 million, but you were the closest.
Dude, the movie sucks.
Good.
Okay.
See, there you go. Have fun.
Good.
Tomatometer time. Rotten Tomatoes score. What do we think critics and audience gave this out of 100%?
Oh, God.
This is where things might get interesting. Who knows? Could go either way.
I'm going to go 11.
11% critics.
Just I'll do across the
11%.
Yeah.
Okay. 1D1s.
Yeah. Wait, can I change it before she says it? I think audience will do 11, or not audience, but critics. I'm going to go 11, and then audience, I'll go 19.
19.
A little bit higher.
Okay.
I'm going to say critics like 34.
34.
And I'm going to say audience 50.
50. Okay. That's not
Because
bad.
it's going to frustrate me because I know you're going to tell me a rating that's higher than I would want it to be. But the reason why I think that is because of other movies that we've talked about on here. And for some reason, the critics ate that shit up
I think this lives in a special place.
where that didn't happen.
Well, yeah, I kind of. I really
Okay,
think
I
this
hope so.
lives in a spot where like reputable movie review channels
Like they didn't even see it. They didn't even watch
would
it.
be like, yo, this
Pass.
is garbage and we love it.
Right.
But they rate
Oh.
it as garbage.
Right, yeah.
kind of thing.
Like they'll
Anyway,
watch it, but they still think it's
Yeah,
trash.
it's fucking. Let's
Again,
go watch this.
This
low
goes back
budgety-
to me always talking about, even if I'm entertained by a movie, doesn't mean it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I could watch something and be like, dude, that was awesome. You need to watch it 3 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
Yes.
I thought critically 40% and audience 65%. I thought that was a little safe, right? Whatever.
Sure.
Actual
No,
percentages.
I don't even. I don't.
Critics 65,
What?
audience 57,
Oh, my God.
IMDb 6.1.
Oh my God. Way beyond.
I
what
wish I
thought
could
it
just
was gonna
zoom in
be.
on her face somehow, like dun 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 dun. dun. Like,
Way beyond what I thought it was going to be.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
This is higher than a lot of other movies.
yeah.
Rewind back to when I was like, oh, because the world has fucked up people in it.
I don't think you have to be a
Fast
fucked
forward.
up person to enjoy this movie, though.
No,
Yeah. So
you can watch it once and go, that was a ride.
I think I'm a decent human being, but I can enjoy trashy shit.
Yeah.
That's maybe what I'm getting at.
Good old
I'm not
trashy
going to
shit.
go out. I'm not going to follow. All this shit was horrible. None of it is real. I understand that line. So I really can go, I'm going to watch this from this big glass of reality that I have.
This
And
terrible
None of
I
this is
think that
fucking
there's
real.
a difference, though, like we said, though, of enjoying a movie
Yeah.
and rating it high. Those are different things
Yeah.
to me.
Touche. Yeah.
I really did not see this fucking being. I thought this was going to get
15,
beat
20s,
down.
yeah.
Yeah. Because it's garbage.
Okay, so we're gonna put these together: favorite character and favorite scene, just so we can get through this, because we're already. This movie has made us talk. That's what
No,
we
it
wanted.
didn't. The orca
We
and
talked about
and
orcas and tigers, but we
and
talked about other
shark
things.
thing
That
made
was
us
like
talk.
15 minutes. The first like 30 minutes of this episode was clearly just on this movie,
So
and that's what this is here for.
I think my favorite character is going to be. I think I'm going to pick one of the brothers, and I think I'm going to pick the dialogue of the main fucking brother, because
The one that gets his dick shot off.
Yeah, it is the most
Say it for us. The
fucking
part that
grotesque.
Carrick's gonna
I
tell you all the
don't-
time.
It's the most grotesque shit
I don't want
Yeah.
to
I've
acknowledge
ever
that line
heard.
exists.
I think-
leave anyone's mouth in any movie I have ever seen.
And the crazy thing to me, making it and knowing that that's the kid from Small Soldiers and
Yeah.
whatever else, you're like, wait a second.
I
What
was
the fuck, bro?
blown because even writing something like that, I don't even think I could get it on fucking paper, let alone say it out
Right.
loud.
And there's
in
probably
front of
five.
a camera.
There's probably 5 dudes like, we'll say this.
yeah.
Well,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is
I
better.
have I've thought that way watching numerous movies where I'm like, God, this actor signed up to be this
yeah.
person.
So
I don't think I could, like, knowing I'm getting paid, knowing that it's fake. There are a lot of lines I still couldn't cross.
there's no way I would have read that in any form of my being. Go, I'll do that role. There's
hey,
no way.
When you
But
get
he
paid-
did it. He said it, and he said it with intent. That's him. I'm gonna pick him.
He's got the gonads.
He's
to
got
do
the
it.
fucking balls to do
Yep.
something like
Yep.
it.
Yeah, touche. Give him to you. What? Anything?
Are we doing favorite scene too?
You could if you want.
Nah, I'm okay. They're all fucking wild. Every last one of them.
You can pass if you want.
I already said my favorite person was the cop.
Oh, right. So is there a scene that you went, okay, this is all right,
Excuse me.
when the credits rolled?
No.
Nothing. I got nothing.
I
There's
can't I can't pinpoint
anything.
a moment where I went, oh,
Okay, so I'll do one then. If just so we have one.
Sure.
The dialogue between him when he's laying down after the chest injury and her
Yeah.
and talking about the bear and all that interaction is so fucking funny bad.
Yeah.
That it was so
The fact
hard
that
for me
she
to listen
put
to.
a picture
It was
of a bear
hilarious.
in that fucking
No,
picture
he did.
frame. No, but she kept it there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then
What else was she doing?
oh my God, when he was like, only grab what you need, and she grabs the picture of the bear and she's like, I'm good to go, or I'm ready. Like, first of all, one, fucking like dumb and cheesy and corny.
Yeah.
Two, no, it's absolutely not all that you need. It's also not logical.
You might need clothes. You might need some other stuff.
Like literally so many other things.
Yeah.
And why'd she need to break the TV? Just because they weren't going to take it with?
No one else gets this TV.
I'm just going to stop putting
Don't
thought
take
into
the
the
TV
movie.
with you.
I'm gonna stop putting thought.
Only the necessities.
Right. No one else gets it.
Yeah, so the picture frame of the bear.
I don't know.
That's the better
There's some pretty
substitution.
good like kills in this movie. There's the scene where those two brothers show up into the fucking whatever suits they're wearing, going through the hospital, and like, yeah, that was kind of cool. Hanging people from the ceiling with that. That was kind of tight.
Yeah. It's all right.
I kind of like the scene where he first gets the shotgun, where he becomes Hobo with the shotgun, his origin story, if you will, where he's going into the pawn shop and he wants to buy a mower because why? Well, I want to start a business.
Wholesome.
Wholesome. And they even, what did they name it? Or the slogan he said, like, you grow it, we cut it, or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, that's hilarious.
Do you know what it's supposed to be? You grow it, we mow it.
Yeah. But you grow it, we cut it.
They did that on purpose. There's no way they did not do that on purpose.
No, it's funny. But then also how he just like, I don't know, just shoots all those dudes after they point their guns at him. And
Real quick, special one for this movie, Beth,
Okay.
your favorite kill in this one. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, Tara. I'm not going to make you do something like it.
I mean, if it was done a little differently, the first kill where they kill
100%.
it's I've never seen it before.
No.
Think about it.
Not
They're
at
doing
all.
something that I've never seen on film. They're putting a dude with a whatever around his neck, a manhole around his neck, which, let's be real, if that was a real manhole, he would barely be able to even fucking move because those things weigh like 500
How'd
pounds.
they get it around his neck?
That too.
How did they get it around his neck?
That's what I was wondering.
Sound like his head just.
Well, it looked like there was like
Maybe
a
a latch?
like a straight line in the back, so maybe it was like they cut it
and then
and
fucking welded it back on.
maybe you don't know how much time he was knocked out. You don't know. Whatever.
How
about this?
your disbelief?
It doesn't matter, right? Like, yeah. So
That's mine too.
but
That's my
also,
favorite.
yeah, it's wild to think about. Like, hey, we're just gonna drop this guy in this hole and then put a noose around his neck that's barbed wire and just pull his fucking head off with a truck. Like, that's wild.
That's your 12-year-old rider
Yeah.
right there
Yeah.
for you. That's mine too.
If I was gonna go out,
I mean, if you had to pick one in this movie,
right?
that feels pretty instantaneous.
Maybe
a lot of
that.
the other ones seem fucking terrible.
I feel like the shotgun to the head was instantaneous.
I think both of those are pretty.
You ever think if you get shot in the
Yeah, I
head
would
like
be
that,
about
you're
to
still having brain cells thinking?
I
No,
don't
I'm not-
think so.
I don't think.
I don't think the
that.
shotgun, but the decapitation one I do.
Well, you know how they say that right now we're even seeing this in the past,
Sure.
right? We're perceiving all this stuff a split second in the past. I think you would see the gunshot and you would feel, maybe, I think you're still thinking as you're exploding.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways,
Would you have a cognitive thought of, well, my head's exploded?
do you think people are like, okay, I don't want to get into it. Now it's getting fucking weird. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Well, there I go again. My head's in pieces.
I also don't. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a
We'll never know. Nope.
physician.
Right.
I'm not
But-
a physician.
I don't think that guy's foot would have shattered like plastic when that guy hit it with a hammer.
All body parts just
No,
blew up,
no.
by the way. A lot of things
Yeah.
just smush.
I do
Right.
like the idea of them driving around in bumper cars.
smashing people's heads.
It's kind of fun.
That dude's head popped.
Yeah.
Like
I
a-
also
like a
don't
balloon,
think that
like a-
would have happened.
Yeah.
Which,
Do you know how
100%.
fast they would have been going for his head to literally pop? And they're bumper
not,
cars.
not as fast.
They're
as a bumper
also
car,
there's
yeah,
also
so.
bumpers around.
You ever
them.
try
It's
to
not even
steer
like,
a bumper car? They don't go
That's
straight.
no, it's
Dude,
difficult.
I'm a fucking professional.
You think you are until you get in when you're like, motherfucker, this thing going no. Yeah.
Dude, I'm fucking in reverse. It goes faster.
Remember that time we
And you
tried to
whip
go at
We fuck our backs up?
no, we tried to go to bumper cars at the last time we went to Busch Gardens.
Yeah.
We were in it for like 5 minutes, and then someone's like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, people.
Anyways,
My favorite kill. Oh, I don't get one.
Bunch
so go
of
for it, sorry.
wieners. I told you you didn't have to. You didn't want to because I didn't think so, but go for it.
My favorite kill was probably the Santa Claus,
Yeah.
and only
That
because
was
I wanted him to
context.
die,
Context, yeah.
not like. But also, one of my least favorite parts of the
Yeah,
movie.
they
It's,
didn't need it.
like,
I think the whole idea of the movie is to make these people as hateable as possible for you to be like, yeah, this guy, kill him.
they did that, but
Right.
Very
it
well.
also made
Very
me super like ick
Yeah.
a lot of times.
Yeah.
I think that was another goal because
Probably.
every bad guy in this had a super ick.
Which
set of
also
dialogue.
means that by association, that was your goal. And so thanks for that.
Good job.
It wasn't to
Was
give
to
you
cause
an ick,
ick.
but it was definitely to fucking put it
Traumatizing?
out there.
Traumatizing.
I don't think it traumatized you unless you can't remove yourself from movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's be real.
Yeah. But the goal was to bring a shitty movie onto this fucking podcast for everyone to watch.
I like shitty
Especially
movies.
you for this one. Yeah. So,
Oh man, all right.
we've done a good job of high movies, low movies. I just wanted to fucking give
We
a
want
bum movie.
a plethora of.
Yeah.
A bum movie. Ha!
Exactly.
I'll give her one. I'd ask any what the fuck moments for you guys, but let's be real. The whole movie.
Having to
What
watch
the
it.
fuck?
Having to watch it.
Yep.
What the fuck? Yeah, come on, Tara. Come on, to The fun facts of the fucking week.
I was like, are you gonna do it?
That's your tiger.
I'm gonna put a dolphin
What'd you
in there
name
now.
him? What'd you name him?
Jim.
Your tiger.
Phil.
Red.
Phil. Oh, red.
Red?
Yeah, I named
You know
him
they're
Red.
orange, right?
I'm aware. It's my favorite
Okay.
color.
It's red
Okay.
because he's gonna kill you and make you bleed.
No, there was a tiger in a video game that I liked. His name was
Should have
Red.
worn the
Okay.
brown pants.
Jesus Christ. Rutger Hauer lost his balance and fell when climbing out of the shopping cart. Director Jason Eisner decided to keep it in the movie.
Convenient he found another shopping cart so quickly.
They're just lying around. They're hobos, man, everywhere.
I think if a hobo has a bead on anything, it's probably a
They know a
shopping
good
cart.
place to find a shopping cart.
Oh, one thing I did
Do you
say,
think
like
Walmart
very
has like an anti-theft?
I smell some good carts
within like
around
the
here.
first 2 minutes of
Probably.
the movie, the first thing that bothered me was that his shopping cart had a bum wheel because imagine
Bum wheel.
because even just walking around a store, if my shopping cart
Oh, it's gone.
ha-
Give me another one.
I can't.
I'll kick
I
it a couple
cannot.
times just to see if I can fix it.
So
and
to
then,
have his life already be
but he's not going to have a good
so
shopping
shit,
cart.
and that he still, as he's walking that through the street, has to be like,
Son of a bitch. Son of a fuck.
that's really the world kicking you when you're down. I
Dude,
feel
if I-
like.
If we were homeless, I feel like we'd be great at it.
Oh.
Great at it. I feel like we'd have like a big old double wide tent.
We would have the
Not me.
biggest not
Rooms.
house that's out there.
Yeah, 100%.
We'd have a like a tent on a tent.
I'd be
You
be
see
terrible.
Steve and Wally's place down the road? It has solar panels.
What are they doing in there
What
at
are-
night? You just see us just
Light.
playing video
It's like
games.
a
we got
single light.
we got Wi-Fi 6 in that bitch.
You
just fucking
guys
play Call of
have-
Duty all night.
You guys have the Tyler Perry compound version of
Yeah, you see
the homeless, like
we got
tents,
Steve and Wally's
tents
mud hut
everywhere.
down the street.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
They got a basement in that motherfucker.
a couple of fucking car batteries in there. They've
You know
been
those
playing
two
Fortnite
dudes-
for 3 days
You
straight.
know those two dudes that go in the wilderness and just like make those like immaculate like structures? That's us.
We
One tent to hold it.
Steve and I, shirts off, just in the
digging,
middle of the
just
forest.
digging.
Mhm.
Those
One
guys
rainfall.
made a huge pool.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's great.
How'd you hold it together? With our spit.
Dookie,
Get in,
I wasn't gonna go there, but
take a dip.
probably.
Dookie, absolutely.
Get in my dookie pool.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Slick and Ivan drive a Bricklin, a Canadian-made sports car from the mid-1970s.
Bricklin.
A Bricklin. And that thing
Strickland
was
Auto
kind of
Parts.
cool. Let's be real.
That was
The
dope.
gull wing doors.
Yeah.
Thing was ripping around. You know that was half of the fucking budget.
Probably. Someone added.
No,
think someone
yeah,
had it?
that's what I'm gonna say.
Do you
Someone
think it
probably
was
had
what's his
already.
face?
Probably.
Yeah.
Fucking Ricky.
I still don't
Joanne.
understand why that car was just sitting there with the door open, running. What was he gonna do? How did he think he was gonna walk in and come right
So,
back out? Why
look,
did he
look,
leave it like
I
that?
didn't want to say it earlier, but everyone apparently knows these fucking dudes in this town. They don't want to fuck with them. So
Right.
I'm assuming that's why.
But
Whether
you
it
wouldn't.
is-
To be fair, you wouldn't really be. If you got in your car and you got in that car and you drove as far as you could go, what are they gonna do? The fuck are they gonna do?
I don't know,
I would-
but I
I
get
would-
the fuck out of there.
I'm not saying get in the car and fuck with it. I'm saying get in the car and leave. Like, bye.
Maybe because they're hobos, they've never driven a car before, so they don't know how.
I think
or-
you could figure
or
it
this
out to get yourself from A to B. I think you could figure it out.
Or the spaceman-like car they don't know anything about because it's like, wow, this is new. Like, what are we driving here? The gull wing door.
I think it'd be fun to train up.
Kind of would.
I think it'd be kind of cool.
This
Anyway.
is by far my favorite fun fact on this show.
Ever?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank God something's coming out of this.
For the scene in which Logan is decapitated, Rob Wells, in the beginning, one of the bystanders was a former blind man who had recently had corrective surgery. One of the first images he saw as a newly sighted man was that of a decapitation and the subsequent sexy dance in the shower of blood.
What the fuck?
Imagine.
I can see.
What the fuck?
Take it back!
Right.
Take it back!
But like, was he just
the
randomly walking by? Or
LASIK
like,
commercial.
Do you want to see?
Yeah.
We'll make you see.
The world is a scary place.
In an
Oh my
extended
God.
Are
ending,
you sure you want to see it?
Yeah, extended ending because I'm curious.
in an extended ending that was taken out from the final cut of the film, Abby's hand is replaced by a Gatling-style shotgun as she becomes the new member of the Plague.
Oh, nice.
So she joins that other guy.
What's the one with the M16 foot?
The
The
one we
Grindhouse
watched.
that we watched,
Yeah,
Planet
yeah.
Terror.
Okay, that's what I
How
thought.
does she shoot it? It doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, it
It does matter. Final decision out of 10. What would we give Hobo with a shotgun? Would we recommend it? Is this a must-watch or a skip?
I'll go first
Sure.
with this. I only recommend it for the strict purpose of what
traumatizing
happened
people.
today.
Well, there you go.
I actually don't recommend you watch this. I only would give it to my very close friends that I know that can digest it very well.
Aw, thank you.
Otherwise,
you did not digest it well. No.
other than that,
It's still digesting.
no,
Sure.
yeah, not. This is not a good movie, and that's kind of why I like it a lot. I actually only give this. I was gonna go lower, but I'm gonna do 4.7.
4.7.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to end it or do you want me to end it?
Let's let her end it. 'Cause
Okay.
I think that's the whole idea of this.
Perfect.
Is for
Okay, let me rewrite. I love a good shit movie. This is a good shit movie. No reason for this to exist, but it does, and it's so bad it's awesome. 5 out of 10. Recommend to a bunch of dudes that want to see shit that's just fucked up.
kind of where I was at.
Cut, print, done.
All right,
Tara?
All right, Tara.
Take us home. 0.5.
I would never
Oh.
do this to somebody. Would not
How dare you?
put this in someone's life
Oh yeah, why did he have a gun?
to
Sorry,
experience
sorry.
it.
Why not? It's a shotgun.
I don't ever want to see it again. I'm upset at its existence. and and
Go ahead. Sorry.
out of respect for the people that made the movie, I'd
Yes.
like to say I would give it higher than a 0,
Sure.
but I have no respect for the people who made this movie, so I'm not giving it a rating.
Oh, come on. You got to give it something out of 10.
Give it the shittiest one.
0.1.
That's your bottom of the barrel, right?
Yeah, 1 out of 10. I don't think you can. You give a 0? Because I
don't
feel
know.
like a
I don't
0 is
know.
not a movie.
1,
Okay.
Oh, I'm asking the
point
question.
2.
Okay.
What I'm getting from this is
Sure.
I gave Tara a metric.
Mm-hmm.
This is a metric now
Right.
of
Did I
the
need it?
worst.
Did I need this?
No, you made
Did I-
it.
Not
Did we
need
think?
it, but we're rounding out your spiritual movie endeavors.
Yeah. So you're never gonna get worse than this. So be prepared to be happy from here.
Yeah. Is there a
The
movie out there?
The
challenge
the
now is to
challenge
find
should
a shit.
not be to find something that Tara hates more than this movie.
Well, now that's the challenge that I want to have.
Yeah, this is it's just contrast. We get a little contrast. Let's
Look
look
what
at
you
the
did.
good
If
things.
we're
here.
doing that, we need a side podcast where it's like we do it once a month, and it's
I don't think
Steve and
she's gonna
Wally
wanna
tried
handle
to
this
traumatize
emotionally.
Tara, and that's the other podcast.
Watch Seinfeld.
The name
I
of the
don't
other
know.
podcast will be "Is It Worse Than
Terratized.
Hobo with a
Oh,
Shotgun?"
we're gonna call it terratized.
Terratized. I
Steve-
don't think there's a lot of movies.
And
that
we
are
do it
worse.
like
I can find
once,
some.
and we only do it like
I know
once
another-
every now and then.
I know another one.
I'm sure there's a few.
Bad biology.
Yeah. That's kind of funny though.
Right. I
That's
feel
not
like
as-
I might enjoy that more.
That's what
to
I'm
be
saying. You
honest.
might
There's like it's a monster dick.
right. There's a scene that
That's
you
even
probably
even a movie that I've told other people about, even though
Right.
I myself have not seen it.
because it's hilarious.
So just because the concept is like
Saying this lives in a special space.
Right. When you see a dick pounding drywall to get through it, you're not gonna laugh more than you.
that sounds painful as well.
But-
it sounds
but-
like to me.
It's not on a person, so is it painful?
I don't know that he'd be headbutting a wall, literally
He was just,
headbutting a
Just
wall.
literally. That's good. So 0.2 out of 10. Or are you saying 1?
Sure.
Because you threw 2 out there.
If Wally can do points, then I'm gonna
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna do
yeah, we do points.
0
We do
points.
too many. We do
0.2.
too many movies
2.
not to do points. I think.
That's fine. Did Josh get back to you?
Oh yeah, he did.
So Josh's picking next week.
This is a low rating for movies
This
for
is,
us.
This is not the lowest. I had
With her giving that one.
I had a 0.8 at one time.
Oh,
so yeah,
fuck
you can.
yes. Fuck yeah. You'll like it. It's not that bad. Have you seen it?
No,
It's not bad.
it looks bad.
It's really not that bad.
Do you
It's
not
so
like Kelsey
funny.
Grammer?
We were trying to do whale noises earlier. You're going to
Perfect.
learn about whale noises in this.
I can watch Finding Nemo and learn about whale noises.
down. Am I allowed to? No, we go say
Say
it.
it. No, you
No,
say it.
no,
You're good.
down Periscope.
Down Periscope. Josh has picked Down Periscope, a classic 90s
Frasier,
movie
right?
that is slapstick stupid humor. So if you don't find this funny, then you don't like Ace Ventura. You don't like Dumb and Dumber. You don't like all these movies that are classic 90s
This is
movies.
happy. So it's a
Yeah.
far removal from what we just watched.
You'll probably give it a 6 or a 5, but it's not a good movie. It's just like, it's fun.
Yeah. It's got like Police Academy vibes and shit
Yeah,
like that.
stuff like that.
So
You didn't like a Rush Hour movie.
But
where
don't
they're
worry.
just having fun.
my next pick is you're going to love it. I think you're going to love it especially. But I'm
Am I
not saying what it
gonna
is.
like it?
Actually, I don't think you will as much as she does.
Good. I want to be let down once by Walter.
Dude, I'm going to let you right down.
Anyways, this one, The Hobo with a Shotgun, went long because it was very thought-provoking, very dissecting of how good this movie could have been. Because,
That's bold
A hobo
words.
sugar
So was Golsey.
I don't know.
Bold words.
I'm just trying to make her more
It's just
mad.
so shock and fucking awe that we talked about it. So.
Pretty much. Thanks, guys, for listening, watching on the YouTube. Subscribe, do what you got to do. Find us on our socials. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Tell us why you think Hobo with a Shotgun is the best cinematic masterpiece ever made. And we'll catch you on the next one when Tara's more about the movie.
Excited.
Right.
Well, we'll see.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.